Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic Fan. How are you doing? Long time no see. Well, if you were here on Wednesday, April 15th, we were hanging out and playing some Ikoria, Lair of Behemoths, as part of the early access event. Thanks to Wizards of the Coast on that. Good thing I don't have to say that until the next draft or the next early access event. Anyway, so it's all just me, self promotion. Today we've got some stuff in store. We're going to play some Magic, of course, maybe a little bit of the ladder, maybe some one-on-one, but definitely some Premier Draft. So real person draft is here now. You can play with real people in the real world. Fun fact, if you missed it, during the early access event, who was in my pod? Mythic Michaela was on the pod. That was really cool. And then another one was Numat the Nummy. So I played against some real hard hitters in Magic during that event. Very cool. Let's see who we play against in a pod today. And let's see, maybe we'll also do some one-on-one stuff if people want that. We've got the question of the day. We've got the card of the day. What else is on the agenda? News. We're going to check some Magic news. And just hipping you to all of the cool stuff regarding Magic. So let's switch over to the regular game play over here, and what I'll do first is just warm up a little bit of warm up gameplay. I have a challenge for the day, 25 lands. So what I'm gonna do is play. What do we want to do? Traditional standard. Oh, that reminds me. I want to pull up this this tweet of mine in a little bit. So I'll just prep that for a moment later. Yep, I have that right there. Okay, so we'll do that a little bit later. So much content, so it's all brimming. Anyway, this is the deck that I'm still trying to build with the new Ikoria cards. There's a companion in the deck with that amazing new ability, and we're just gonna play. We'll just go for a traditional standard ranked. Yep, let's play the real deal. Now this is a complete jank deck, so I'm obviously jumping into the deep pool to the hard hitters in Magic, playing with a not hard hitting deck, but it did beat an Uro deck the other day, so let's just see what we get. It's a relatively straightforward deck. There's a fun combo in there, but it's just Selesnya cats, and cats, and cats, so it's not tier at all. And if I get a bunch of cats on the field, okay, I'm happy. But we'll see how we get here. So, okay, they're playing the Ozolith. I respect some new Ikoria cards. I want to see more decks with Ikoria cards. This deck is completely Ikoria. Okay, so we're going to try to ramp to some BS. No problem. I've already got one of my combo pieces on board. And that's already attacking as a 2/2, a 4/2 with Vigilance. And they will not block. Oh, they are going to block something. Okay, amazing. Go ahead, Cater. Go ahead and block that. Okay, yeah, there's nothing for you to take with the Ozolith, so don't even try. I should probably put this deck in my Aether Hub deck list so that people can see what it is. Yeah, we'll do that in a moment. Gotta remember that. Well, I should pull it up over here just to remind me right here. Aether Hub. Primal whatchamacallit? What is that? At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. If you control a creature with the greatest power, that will not happen. Anyway, let's go all in right here. You're gonna block that, but whoops-a-doodle. Combat tricks. What I'll also do... Well, I should have had my other land out, then I could have done it twice. If I put out my other planes, I could have done that as well. So I'm gonna log into, what's my login on this anyway? Aether Hub, and I'll upload this deck to my Aether Hub. Ooh, Sharktocrab. You're in the wrong expansion set there, buddy. Yeah, so once again, LOL on that, and then we're gonna wrap things up with one more of these. GG to cater. I have no idea what they're trying to play here. It's some sort of Simic shenanigans, but we got them. And let's see on the round 2 if they either had some bad draws or their strategy wasn't coming together. Crimea River. So let's see if my cats can keep doing their thing. Now, of course, I can make, even more fun cat decks with the other cats in Standard or Historic. But I love these stipulation. I love stipulations. So this is a cats only from Ikoria. That's the idea. As for this, yeah, this is Deja Vu. And I have the Swallow Hole also to take out their druid. What's that druid called? So let's see what we can get here. We've got a turn 1 cat, a turn 2 cat, a turn 3 cat. That's living exactly the life that I want. Now, I do have the Divine Arrow printing of War of the Spark, not the one from... Oh man, Vantress Gargoyle. Okay, well anyway, I'll be able to handle that right now anyway. I doubt they'll fall for it. Let's see if they do. Okay, I guess... Even if they bring out another one next turn, I still have another trick for them. Ooh, they had to do that. Ooh, they got their Ura. Okay, gonna get back some life. Gonna draw a card, probably ramp a little bit. There's their ramp, another scry. That's a tremendous play on their part. That's really good. I haven't seen people use that Vantress Gargoyle in an Uro deck, however. Let's bring out our heavy hitter cat right here. Let's go to town a bit. Sharktocrab again. Okay, sure. Drop a land. Passage. So one of the fetch lands, one of the few fetch lands in Standard at the moment. Let's think about what we want to do here. So let's see. If they take the bait again, they'll probably say there's no way they have whatever. Okay, guess they will do that. I guess not. Okay. Got them on the ropes. Okay, if they then attack with their big old scary 4/4, then, well, I've got a blocker, sure, but I'll let it go through, and then there'll be a tapped creature, and then I have the Swallow Hole doing its thing. Maybe please load it up with some artifacts or enchantments. That would be fine. If they do that, they're not attacking. Yep, that will work. What's next? One more of those. Okay, well, let's just go for it here again. They're adapting. Okay, so that's going to be a big one. It's going to be a 5/5. Something doesn't untap. Okay. I almost never see Sharktocrabs, so I don't even remember what that does. Obviously, it's Hydrate Krasis that everyone loves. I don't know, let's try it like this. Do a double block. See if my fight as one can protect my important critter. Poor little garrison cat. It's only 4 things in the graveyard. Okay. And my Kahira is a 4/0. Indestructible. I bet they have another... I didn't expect another Sharktocrab, but okay. When is this thing gonna untap? Okay, I thought Vigilant meant something. Let's see if they fall for this. I'm totally gonna hover over this thing. Yeah, well. Fine, you fell for it. I mean, fine, you didn't fall for it. I wish I had another cool combat trick to really teach them a lesson. If they attack... Well, okay. It's gonna do another... Okay, fine. We'll let them do their thing. Hopefully they attack. Although I have 1,000,000 mana, they still... Simic Ascendancy, they still don't have enough for that, Uro, but they're gonna put another big one. Fine. Oh, they're tapping me out really bad. Okay, I'm gonna need all my mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can do that. Target a tapped creature, and then my own untapped creature. There we go. So that goes to exile. That won't help them to bring back Uro. Hey Mark, how are you doing there? Your message didn't pop up yet. Is my chat thing messed up again? If it isn't one thing, it's another. And Oscar, hello, how are you doing as well? Welcome to the stream. Playing a little bit of the ladder. This person got all 3 of their freaking crabs. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of that one too. Oh, and they have the infinite mana combo Kinan right here. So, in any event, let's attack with some Scary Cat. So this is my Scary Cat deck. This is the, this is my Scary Cat deck that... yeah, let me just fix some of my screens over here. I'm not seeing people's messages, so I guess I'll do it this way. This is my Scary Cat deck that I got from the early access event, and it's kind of been going a little slow with this opponent. The first time I overwhelmed them with my cats, and the second time they're being a little bit more judicious because they know my cat tricks. So they're going to adapt their shark. It's going to become a 5/5. It's going to tap my creature. It's going to put another counter on them. And then they'll attack me. They're going to be tapped. And then I can do my Garrison Cat. Yeah, they're kind of popping off here. Fine. Let's let that happen. Okay, they must think, well, I have my amazing combo in place. That is a pretty good combo, actually, so they're going to tap another one of my creatures. So I've got some removal that can handle that, but let's see if I can pull it. So we got a big show today. We've got some gameplay. We're gonna play Premier Draft. Well, that's game over right there. So I didn't pull my, my removal. So that's game over. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is do some gameplay. We're gonna do some Premier Draft because real person drafting is here now. What else? We're gonna do question of the day, card of the day, we're gonna do art of the day, etc. Got a lot in store on the stream. Let's see if I'm able to handle round 3 with this person. They just top-decked they top-decked all 3 of their little sharks plus their ascendancy, and that caused everything to tap. So let's see if he can handle it this time. Divine Arrow will be good. So has everyone started to see the new cards in Ikoria? All the wacky, huge creature cards? So many to choose from nowadays. Savai Sabretooth is yet another. Oresco's Swiftclaw, another 3-1 for 2. There's been several of them recently. Okay, that's a good one. Let's see if they don't fall for this. Guess they will. Too bad, so sad. They've fallen for almost all of my combat tricks. There's Uro. They've fallen for almost all of my combat tricks. So, let's see if that keeps going. Let's see if I get my final land here so I can bring out my companion. They're gonna go frantically look for a land to bring their strategy back. It's not a land. Okay, GG. Still 4 damage. That could have been 3, 4, 5, 6. It could have been 6 damage. But why would I get a land when I need it? And lastly, what else? One more of those. Okay. Three lands. They have one more Uro to play. Primal Empathy. That one's kind of worthless. And yeah, I'm still missing lands. Okay, so I doubt that they will block. They want to save on. They want to save that Druid. Okay, good. So hopefully I get a land. What are they gonna do? Kiora, okay. Probably they'll attack with their Druid and then untap it with Kiora, but then that'll be playing right into my trap. Maybe. They're a little far away from escaping, and then there's the Ascendancy, that's not good. Untapping a land. No attacks. Okay. No more lands. Okay, well. GG. Yeah, they still don't want to lose that. Let's see if we can do this. It looks like they do have something, though. I guess they'll be able to put a counter on it. But we all live. Okay. They have 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 7, another Druid. Sure. Is that enough to bring back Uro from the graveyard? Yep, that'll be enough to bring back Uro from the graveyard, but then I have my Blade Banish. That's not gonna work. This is game over. I've just got mana screwed. I'll be able to I'll be able to... Alright, good game. You can't play Magic without lands, so let's move on. Alright, let's look at the... let's look at this deck. I'm going to put this deck on Aether Hub. I'm going to do it this way. Let's go over to the web browser cam, because I've got the... I've got decks up on Aether Hub over here so people can get these decks. And what I'm going to do is this Kaheera deck. I'm going to do an export. And then here, I always get confused. How does this work again? So, I don't really feel they make it easy. Like, I just want to upload a deck. So, user decks, my decks. Okay. Want to import text list to MTGA to text list. I guess that's it. So, do an import. We'll call this Kaheera. This is standard. Okay, Okay, there we go. So that's been added to my account here, and then I am able to somewhere set this in terms of what my current deck is or something. Removed Twitch deck. Oh, okay, there we go. Added Twitch deck. Okay, so there we go. People can see my deck there somehow. Somehow, when people see my stream, there's a little pop-up somewhere about there's my deck. Okay, so before we get back to some gameplay, let's also look at this right here. So on my Twitter account, I uploaded this photo right here. I got this. Everyone got these emails about here's how you did on your recent Magic gameplay. So this is mine right here. This is the photo of like what I did, how well I did on Arena. And if you look there, it looks pretty good. You know, it says I played 1,234 games. That's more than 99% of players. Okay, cool. 49,000 gold. That's like 100% better than everyone else. And then daily wins, that's 99.99999% better than the rest. Pretty cool. I won 1,470 times in my favorite format, traditional constructed. Very nice. And I made it up to mastery level 69. And it seems to say here that constructed rank and limited rank seems to be pretty good. Mythic rank 1. Yep. So that's what I tweeted out earlier today. This is this is my little ranking thing for recent Magic gameplay, Magic Arena gameplay. The funny thing is that's a just kidding. I totally hacked the system, and that's not my real rankings. You can actually make for yourself in a way your own rankings there. So after I figured that out, after I hacked the system, I'm like, haha, let me change it up to be really funny. Like, yeah, you know, okay, some of this seems realistic and such, but then like Mythic rank 1, yeah, right, and such. So that's fake. My real rankings were right here, still pretty good. So I got up to mastery level 111. I got up to constructed platinum 2, limited silver 4. I opened 113 boosters within this last time period. Favorite color was black. I wonder if it shows you combinations or just one color. Favorite format, traditional constructed. So yeah, best of 3. Like, I still don't understand why they call these things such dumb names. Just call it best of 3 standard. Here it's traditional constructed. Okay. Favorite format. So I won 147 times in this format. Games played, 1,031. This is more than 95% of people. 49,000 gold. That's more than 90% of people. And then daily wins gold, 41,675, which is over 95% of players. So that's my real stats right there. Just wanted to share that. And we'll get back to some gameplay and check in on other stuff in a little bit. So I'm going to do the Premier Draft. This is the brand new mode. Now, it is a little pricey. It's 10,000 gold per entry or 1,500 gems. And, for example, like the Brawlers Guild Hall is 10,000 as well, but it lasts a whole month. And, this is their new mode, but I do think that's kind of pricey. And, however, everyone gets, I think everyone gets a free ticket to try it out, so I'm definitely using that one, and then later on I'll use the actual thing here. So now, because we're playing against real people, everyone gets in a table and so forth, and now there's like time limits or whatever. So let's give it a shot. I'm going to go with the ticket entry. Right there, I get a Ghidorah, King of the Cosmos, cosmetic card. And over here, everyone got filled in so fast, amazing. So, who's our opponents? Let's go over here to see who all of our opponents are. Amber, Player 75, The Jock, Baswell, Emsworth, Richmond, and Nickel Bengby. Okay, no one famous, but good luck to everyone. So, Harvester, each opponent sacrifices a creature. It's 5 mana for that. Barrier, exile some enchantments. Channel Force, discard X cards, draw X cards. Well, what's good in removal? Nothing much, so we'll go with a 4/6. Grim Dancer. That one's fun. Reptilian Reflection. Whenever you cycle, you may have this become a 5/4. So it's an enchantment plus a creature if you cycle. Sonorous Howlbounder, Menace 2/2. Each creature you control with Menace can't be blocked. It's kind of cool. I'm liking that. The Squad, Connection, Stinger, Blazing Volley. Let's go with this Reflection and see if we can get any cycling stuff to happen. So maybe we'll go all in with some sort of cycling fun. What else is in cycling? So I have one card in cycling so far, but then we'll be on the lookout for more. Rooting Moloch, that's got cycling. When it enters, exile target card with a cycling until the end of turn, you may play that card. Okay, cool. You can bring back stuff from the graveyard with cycling. I'm seeing some more cycling stuff here. Now let's go with one of those. I'm going to be on the lookout for cycling stuff. Lord Drakis mutates. Target instant or sorcery from your graveyard brings back stuff. A little mutator. Flying in haste, I like that. Snare. Naturalist. Startling development. Something becomes a creature. Okay, well. See about if this might be red blue. This is still pack 1. We'll see about maybe some sort of red blue. Keeping an eye out for cycling and then also non-creature spells. Titanoth Rex in 11/11 with trample. Nice. And then the crystal here could be useful. Convolute non-creature, flash creature, mutate flyer, dinosaur, sails, destroys an artifact or deals damage, ram through, excess damage, wilt. I'm seeing some stuff that I like. And then maybe pivot like red-green or whatever, depending on see what happens. The Wingspan Mentor. The Mentors have been kind of cool, I think. Thieving Otter's cool. Tap some creatures or cycle. Let's do a Mentor. This went back to that. Discard X cards, target player draws X cards, deals X damage up to one creature. Go for blood. You're making soup. So if you're not watching, you're still listening, no problem. What kind What kind is it? I made some chili earlier, actually, with ground pork, and came out very well. I liked it a lot. Shredded some cheese onto it. It was very nice. So I have a whole pot of that, and that'll last me a little while. Forbidden Friendship. Gives you 2 creatures for the price of 1. That's a non-creature spell, so... Chicken soup from scratch. Very nice. Very nice. How's everyone holding up during these times? Hanging in there, I hope. So in the beginning of the quarantine, it did feel a little oppressive. But then just kind of doing some self-care regimens and just really also delineating work time plus fun time. I think that helps. Now, I could have sworn that I remember that the articles mentioned that you have X amount of time. Ooh, double strike. I want that otter. Can't wait until the kids go back to school, yeah. Are they doing virtual online education? I know that's happening a lot everywhere, and some classes can be done online and some not as well. So who do we have here? We've got Vivian, myself, we've got Chandra, Ajani, Sarkin. It's kind of cool to see people. Hey, there's Void Beckoner. It's cool to see people's avatars. Spell Eater Wolverine. I need to be on the lookout for perhaps more damage or removal spells. So I've got some cool sorceries and instances. So there's the Pouncing Shore Shark for 3. Yeah, that sounds kind of confusing. Is it or not? You know, that sort of thing. They need to get their act together, but they were telling us at work, like, you know, it's extraordinary times, we need to give each other leeway, and we'll figure it out, and all of that. So hopefully, as well for yourself, works out for everyone. We got a traffic jam over here. All the cards have passed over to Emsworth. It's interesting to kind of see that. That must be like the person is either deciding very much like, yeah, I need this card, or this card won't work and such. So, that's... do we want the turtle, the dolphin? One of mine, draw 2 cards. Reflexes. It'll be a nice combat trick. This goes back to the ambush. You know how this new live draft works. It makes much more fun. Yeah, like, there's been some things in Arena that, like, I can't wait to jump onto. Like, when it all was only best of one. Like, okay, I'll play it, but that's not real Magic. Um, and when they were like, okay, yeah, best of three is coming, I'm like, I can't wait. And then now that best of three is here, that's like the only thing I play. I almost never play any the best of one. Um, and then when they started to announce, okay, we're gonna do real person draft, it's like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna play any other kind of drafting because it's like that's another one of those that it's like this is like real Magic. And obviously I don't want to be elitist or whatever, but I just do feel this is real Magic. Now we have a traffic jam over here with Baswell. So the next levels, of course, is that we're going to have webcams on everyone playing, and then we can all see each other as we play. Later on tonight, I'll try out the untap thing. Yeah, we can even during the stream here, maybe we could try something out here, since it's browser based. And speaking of untap, I'm trying to convince my local play group. Let's do a recording, because you know a lot of people are doing like Magic at home, recording themselves webcam sort of style. And I was just looking at Cheshire Plays Games. He was doing a live recording of Commander, and it's like I want to do something like that, but maybe not with like real cards, because that always everyone's got to set up their webcam, and it's just way more complicated than my playgroup can manage, I think. So I'm trying to set up with my playgroup. We're gonna play Commander Untapped via Untapped. They just need to plan it, so most likely next weekend. We're gonna use Untap as our game board, and then like Zoom or something for voice. Every hand's full at the moment, but wouldn't mind watching you so I can see how it rolls. Yeah, we can do that, yeah. We'll get to that as well. Okay, here's the third pack. What do we do on the third pack? What's good in reds? 5/5 with haste. Or what else? Fast hit reader. I guess that's the only good thing in red. So get on my squad. Big red one. Lord Drakus I think is good. Capture Sphere is good. Gust of Wind is good. A lot of good things. Thieving Otter's good. Pyroceratops. That's kind of a lot of good stuff in red, but I guess we'll go with the Drakus. Ominous Seas, if you've got more card draw, you can get an 8/8. You can keep getting 8/8s over and over, but I think that Frost Links is going to be more doable. I don't have a big like card draw engine, so Frost Links will help tap things down. Hampering Snare, Capture Sphere. What do we want? 4 mana to lock down a creature permanently, or 2 mana to temporarily. And let's do the permanent lockdown. Aegis Turtle, another one of those Wolverines. Forbidden Friendship. Makes it sound more ominous than it needs to be. So we have Chandra, Ajani, Sarkhan, Liliana, Kaya, and Lazav all on a table. We're all wearing our cosplay costumes right there. Alright, Cunning Night Bonder 2/2 with Flash. Could possibly do the blue or another one of these developments. A 2/3. The Capture Sphere drives them nuts. It would drive me nuts as well. Enchant a land, something gets trample and haste. Sounds fun in theory. I guess here... Oh yeah, here's another Marmoset, or Reflexes, or Gremlin. I think 2/3 first strike is always a good pick. Here we're gonna do this huge crustacean, 1/6 flash crab. Who else is online at the moment? Jessica, Nethwarang, Palawa, Sir Midge, and Yoshi9. I just interviewed her for the podcast coming out next Friday. She's a local San Diegan as well, and she was also in the early access event. So we talked about Magic and San Diego Comic-Con and all that cool stuff. She also tends to a lot of chickens. She has chickens in her backyard. So you'll hear all about that on the next podcast. We want a reunion, draw cards, or a Tigorilla. Let's get the Tigorilla in here. Tigorilla. What has science created? Well, actually, they evolved. They evolved naturally, didn't they? Raptor, Dart. That's a 4/2 for 3, and that's a 2/3. Little Fragile. Pyro. Last card, Fully Grown. There we go. Okay, we'll put that deck together one moment. Let's give a shout out to everyone in the chat. A1 Bear, how are you doing? Hope you enjoy the stream. Another, what is that? Another TTV viewer, welcome. And Bojo3D, living in the third dimension, welcome. And then also on the YouTube side of things, Oscar, thanks for hanging out. And of course, Mark, thanks everyone for hanging out today on the stream. With this mutating, do both creatures die? Yes, it is in a sort of a sense that it's like an aura that goes on to a creature, and obviously kill the creature, the aura also goes to the graveyard. So creatures that mutate also do the same thing, that they're all linked together. One quirk though is if you're got a creature and you're about to mutate onto it, and the person kills the creature that's the target, the creature that still hits the battlefield. So unlike an aura, where if you have a target and you're about to enchant it, and you remove the target, the aura then fizzles. So that's different than enchantments versus mutate. Okay, let's switch over here for a moment. Let's do the card of the day. I'll also pull it up in the web browser in a moment, but so we'll move on to today's segment, another segment here, the card of the day. I'm going to bring up here a vintage card from back in the day. Now, before I zoom into it, Mark, can you tell what it is before I zoom into it with the card name? I know us that we played back in the day, we know what this is, but can you tell what that is without really getting a good sense of like the card name and such? Do you remember that old classic art? I'll give you a hint. It's Ice Age art. Does that look a little familiar? It's basically a little dragon biting a big dragon from Ice Age, and it's a blue card. Let me cover the card name again, so that it is right there. Don't read the flavor text, but does that card look familiar? You get 10,000 victor points if you can answer it. What card was that? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. That is Binding Grasp. Let's pull it up over here in the web browser. Binding Grasp. Oh yeah, exactly. Sorry about that, but it's Binding Grasp. So that's the one that I have right here, the card of the day. So actually, let's go to the original printing, none of this Masters Edition junk. Let's go to the original printing. Look at that beautiful classic border. So Binding Grasp, it's gain control of target creature, and it gets +0/+1. So Animate Dead was for 2 mana, I believe. You could take a creature card from the graveyard, put it onto the battlefield, and it gets -0/-1. Blue had control magic. I believe it was blue, blue +2, take control of your opponent's creature. Then, for blue and 3, you have Binding Grasp from Ice Age, so you steal a creature plus give it more toughness, but then you have an upkeep of blue and 1 every turn. So you can steal your opponent's Polar Kraken, all for yourself, or your opponent's Scaled Worm, and you can have it yourself. Yeah, Animate Dead, 2 mana, yep. So, cool art by Ruth Thompson. It's kind of really violent art if we zoom into it right here. Check it out. That little dragon is biting the big dragon. There's like blood everywhere. The little dragon's got like slashes on its back, and then the big dragon's got slashes there. I think that blood looks amazing too. Like, look at the blood more by its neck, where it's like really drawn well there. And then like the dragon's stomach is getting cut open. Like, wow, they don't make magic like that anymore. It's like kind of cool and realistic in a way, but also like pretty violent, right? And cartoony in a sense. That's by art by Ruth Thompson. And out of curiosity, what other art did she do? Well, before that, What I Want I Take. Thus spake Gusta Ebbesdotter, Kjeldorin, Royal Mage. Let's see what else Ruth Thompson did. 10 cards. And I don't want reprints, but this is all. Okay, Ruth Thompson only seemed to have ever worked on Ice Age and Alliances cards. Caribou Range. It's beautiful art right there. That's so much mana for so little payback. You can make 0/1 Caribou tokens, and then you sacrifice a Caribou to gain 1 life. Like, so much mana. But these decks that love, I bet like some amazing commander players can use that card to do token shenanigans. Justice. I have a memory, which is somehow very, very wrong, but I have a memory of college, 1998 or something, playing Magic with one of the roommates on campus, and I think I was winning, and then at a certain point, they turned the game around, and then they ended up winning. They got a little cocky about it, and it got me so mad. And I remember him taunting me with the card and saying, "Justice!" And I have a memory of that for a long time. But I've reread the card Justice, and but then I reread the card Justice, and like that wouldn't be game winning. So like, what is my memory doing in terms of, why am I remembering him saying Justice? You know, was a card that beat me. But like, Justice doesn't do anything that good. During your upkeep, pay white or destroy Justice. Whenever a red creature or spell deals damage, Justice deals an equal amount of damage to the controller. If another spell or effect reduces the amount, it does not reduce Justice. I guess maybe I don't know. I don't know how my memory is, but I sort of feel like he taunted me with a card, but it wasn't this card. Anyway, memories. But yeah, Order of the White Shield and Order of the Sacred Torch. Amazing art right there. And Order of the Sacred Shield, look at this. This is a counter spell in white. Tap and pay 1 life to destroy target black spell. Now the modern wording for that is simply tap, pay 1 life, counter target black spell. White with a counter spell? All you have to do is tap it and pay 1 life. Amazing. Order of the White Shield. This is the classic Pump Knights. 2/1 protection from black. Pay 1 white for first strike. Pay 2 for +1. Maybe they justiced my fireball, but I would have seen it because that's an enchantment. Justice is an enchantment that's hanging around there all the time. So how would I play into a fireball? I mean, how would I do a fireball with Justice on the field? You know, it doesn't have flash. Binding Grasp, we did that one. Abyssal Spectre, I love this one. It's like a transparent horse. That was the Fixed Hypnotic Spectre. Dystopia, cumulative upkeep, 1 life. Surge of Strength. Hey, this guy's the same guy, isn't it? Check it out here. This guy on Justice is the same guy as Surge of Strength. Maybe that's the one that I have like my memory of, because maybe, let's see, choose a discard red or green card from your hand to have target creature gain plus X and trample. So maybe they discarded their Scaled Worm and then plus X'd their thing and got me. But I don't know what this memory is. Aether Glider, 2 different arts on that. 2/1 flyer for 3 that cannot block. So anyway, that was the card of the day, Binding Grasp. Vintage card of the day. Let's get back to some gameplay. Trying to craft this red-green deck. Red-blue. Why did it not auto? Why did it not auto show me my unsanctioned lands? Let's add the unsanctioned lands just to get that synchronized. Okay, so I have 53 cards in the colors. At the top end, a 3/6 with hexproof, a 5/5 with haste, 2 of these ambushes, but they've got cycling, which is a theme with my other card. Looting Moloch, 4/4. When it enters, exile a card with cycling, replay it. You hated reverse damage, and you would pump your carry-on ants to the max and then get hit with that. Reverse damage was the one with like a lady, and then like kind of energy is going towards her, but it's kind of subtly going back, right? Reverse damage? Or am I thinking about the one about the rose? That's reverse polarity or something? There's a card also with like a rose getting blasted with energy and then it's going back to the person, something like that. Pouncing Sword Shark, Crystation, this Gorilla. I have so many of these Pyroceratopses. I need to cut 4 creatures, so I don't think I need so many of these. Maybe. Lynx, Otter, I only got 1 Otter. Mentor, Marmosets for strike, Wolverines, Dracus. Okay, so the Reptilian Reflection. Stinger, Sprite. Friendship, Blood. Raking Claws, Double Strike. Shredded Sail. This looks like it's part of a story right here, because we see Luca getting attacked by these Raking Claws. Oh, let's see here. How many claws does a monster have? Exactly 1 more than you've accounted for. And then after that is this sort of like attacking... It seems to be the same sort of thing, like those creatures are attacking that ship, and then he's on the ship, so those seem to be like cards that go together. 0/5, which is not Defender, so it could be pumped up with Double Strike. How much damage do you do if you give your 0/5 Double Strike? Who knows? Anyway, Blazing Volley, Heightened Reflexes. So that's 18 creatures. Can drop 2. What can we drop? So that's a permanent, put counters on that, so maybe I'll have these. I have 3 of those, and then the Weatherlight, yeah. Let's look at that again. Well, if we... on first glance, I think it's more of a balloon. Notice that big shape behind things? That seems to be some sort of hot air balloon. So it seems to be like some sort of Weatherlight balloon-ish thing. Guess we don't really need a 0-5 turtle. What else? 17 creatures. Maybe I'll keep it at 17 creatures, but then I've got to decrease like 6. Actually, that's still 9 cards. How do I get into this? Okay, 9 cards. Deal 1 damage to everything. Nah. Reflexes +1 and first strike. That's part of that non-creature spell stuff for these little creatures. So I'm doing a pass here about... I do seem to have like a good critical mass of instants and sorceries for some of these things, as well as cycling. Okay, here I'm at 45 cards. So, 43 cards. Sixteen creatures and 9 non-creatures. 17 lands. I'm gonna go for it. Drop the ambush. Where's my ambush? Frostville ambush. 5 mana to tap 2 of their creatures and ice them for 2 turns, I think is good. It's 5 mana, but I think it's good. Plus, it's got a simple cycle cost to try to get my little cycle sub-theme going. I think 42 cards is not so bad. I already took out 1 of those ambushes. I had 2. Kind of like at least 1, especially for the longer game. It doesn't feel like it's like an extremely fast game. I think 5 mana is doable, and even if it's not doable, it's got the cycling, so I'll keep it for the moment, and then after a game or so, we'll see about... Yeah, it's also got the cycle, and we'll see about retooling and such, but I think that's gonna be the deck there. I think that will be the deck. Let's play 1 game. Now, why is there like scroll to the right if there's nothing to the right? Okay, let's try that out. So here's my very first human real player draft on regular arena. I did get to play several games during the early access event. That was cool. But now let's see about playing IRL. And let's give it a shot. So we're gonna go with an Izzet colors, although there's no such thing as Izzet on Ikoria. It's on the triple colors. Let's see about trying to memorize the new colors. Okay, without looking yet, I know that there's Savai, and there's others, but I forgot them. So we have Savai, Ketria, Indatha, Raugrin, and Zagoth. Those are the current names. So I had it on eBay. I'll pull that up one moment. Anyway, I should look at what I have. This is horrible. Yeah, gotta mulligan that. This is also pretty bad. And I guess this will be acceptable. pull up over here. I was trying to buy some cards on eBay, or bidding for some cards, and I'll pull those up here just to see. Where do I go for my bids? Valiant, Rescuer, sure. Okay, so I'm gonna have out. Let's see, where do I go for where all my bids are happening? Little distracted. Sorry, I'm just trying to see this. Like I always, I'm on eBay with my app, but then how do you actually work with it in the website? Oh, there it is. Like, it doesn't even look like a clickable thing, so that's annoying. And I'll show that in a bit. Okay, let's get back into the game. Okay, so they're playing, how many colors are they playing? 4 color shenanigans? Are you sure about that? We cannot order stuff in New Zealand with the lockdown. Postal service is closed. Oh, yeah. Okay, does that give me a big old 5-5? That'll be nice. So I can start to... Yeah, so I'll haste that eventually, but I guess here, if they don't get anything good... Yeah, let's just bring a big old blocker. They must have something that, they must have something in hand that they're gonna cycle or something, that's why it keeps pausing for them. So Eddie Ether is the opponent. They're looking at their mare. Uh-oh. They keep looking at their mare for some reason. Are they trying to psych me out? What does it have? Cycling, but it's already in play. Okay, that's a 5-4. with lifelink. Cloudpiercer was that kind of like example card that they kept using over and over when they were kind of like teaching people about mutate. Anyway, I just realized that Eddie Ether is a gold player, and I'm way down on bronze, so I guess the algorithm is like, yeah, you're so good, we'll pair you with someone even better. So I guess we can block that, right? Is it going to be like one final ping of damage in a red spell? Or are they going to be like, oh wow, I did it? Okay, I guess. It's exactly what they wanted to do. Fine. So let's bring out a 4/4, 4/3. Okay, so they're going to attack with both. That's going to be lethal, but if I bring out a blocker, any of my blockers are going to trade. But I suppose it'll be less... Okay, let's do this. Now, I'm going to bring out... I'm going to lose this one, so at least I will take out... I'll take out their 5/4, unless they top deck something amazing. So I'll take out their 5/4, I'll bring out the Malach. That's not good. That doesn't have flying, so that's not good. Okay, that's until end of turn. Yeah, this is game over. They just top deck something amazing, and I don't have any air defense and no more flyers. Well, that's a capture sphere. That's going to use up all my mana, however, so that's just game over. So, okay, let's go on to the next one. Let's see if we can get some better draws. I think mine was very slow. I didn't have a board presence until the right time. Things were going to come together, but, you know, they top deck a flyer, so that was very good because they got a flyer that also did a +2 to their human. So that was like an amazing top deck for them. Oh, there's that cycling shenanigans. Okay, let's see what we can do with here. Cellcat is the opponent. Once again, there is a gold player. They have a Stinger. There's a 1/1. Might as well go all in, attack with that haste. Dart, okay. That's a pretty cool cantrip. Are they going to use their dart right away? Sure. Third land, very nice. With that third land, we can do a 2/3 first strike. Crystal gets cycled. No attacks, okay. When you cast a non-creature, do the thing. Okay, so let's set up the Rutilian Reflection for the cycling stuff. Now what could be cool here is I could cycle the Go for Blood and get out a 5/5 blocker. Let me just read that. That works right. Becomes a 5/5 until end. So let's say, yeah, that becomes a 5/4. That also drew me a card. And then pacifying my flyer. Okay. Sure. Let's, however, mutate my little prickly thing into a first strike 4/3. What else does this do? Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. Okay. And they do their Nightmare Squirrel. Let's do another cycle. That seems to be a 6/3 first strike. And now I also have a 5/4 Raptor, so that cycling is pretty fun. That's a lot of damage there. And lastly, a 2/3. Yeah, that's pretty cool, that reflection. You have to deal with it with a disenchant or something. There's no disenchant in this set, I think, but you have to shatter it. Well, shatter doesn't do that, but... Mythos of Snapdax, whoops, okay. And they played the correct cost, so they did it in a very epic way. Fine. Okay. One card left. How about we come in with a Hexproof? They're just holding me back with a squirrel, and they're like, I'm done because I can't target it. Hexproof. Okay, cool. We won that one. Climbing up the ladder. That would have been kind of cool to take a screenshot of that as the my huge creatures battling their Nightmare Squirrel. So that was pretty cool. Let's go over here to the web browser. Like I was saying, here's some eBay stuff. Just let's look at this for a moment. Let's zoom in better. Right there. So I was bidding for a Vampiric Tutor. This is the 6th edition one. And even at the 6th edition heavy play, it's selling for $50. So I quit bidding when it was like at $15, 1.5. I'm not going to get a $50 heavy play card. So I did buy some boosters of 6th edition a while ago. I don't know if people remembered that I was doing Crack a Pack of 6th edition. I didn't get any of them. So I'm like, yeah, let's see eBay. And obviously I started bidding when it was like $5. And I went up to 15, and now it's out of my range. I'm not going to pay for that. In 12 hours it ends. Here's the other thing that I was interested in. Now, this person doesn't know, is this a beta or alpha island? Now, we, of course, true Magic fans, know that it is a beta island. Because check out, the corners are not super rounded. Let me zoom in here. Those corners are not super rounded like they were in alpha. So this is a beta island. It is currently selling for $5.50. That'd be kind of cool to have an old beta land. How high would I go on this? Well, I don't know what the selling price for this. I know that like Vampiric Tutor, yes, that's like $50, $60, $70, but not heavy play. I think that's being overcharged. I don't know how much like a beta island costs. Under $10? Not sure. Beta Island, check the corners. Yeah, exactly. Check out these corners. They are the regular cut. They're not the rounded corners. So it's beta. See, those are regular roundness, not super round like alpha. So there's that one. That one's outbid. The lag's a little crazy. Okay, so here's another thing. I'm trying to get a revised Demonic Tutor, and this person was selling it with a make a best offer. So I said, okay, I'll offer you $10. No, actually, they were selling it for $7 or best offer. So I said, okay. No, I remember. They were selling it for $7.80. and they said best offer. Now, they mentioned here moderate place, description, and they say that it's got a little bit of a curve, a little warp. So I said, okay, I'll give them best offer, $7. And I noted in my comment, yeah, hopefully you can knock off a little bit of it because you said it's got a curl. So then they declined the offer. So then, okay, let me go the other way. So they were selling it for $7.80, $7.80, and then I offered $10. So then they replied eventually saying, "Oh, someone's already started to bid, so I have to decline your offer." So it's like, why are you putting a or best offer if people are going to try to lowball you, of course, but you're still going to take the higher offer? Like, it doesn't make sense. So anyway, that's selling for $17 at the moment. 8 bids, $17. It's a good price for this. It's usually $20 to $25 to $30. Obviously, more in like mint or near mint. This one, if we zoom in, it's got the classic grime in the corners, so that would be heavy play. Check out that classic 25-year-old grime in the corners right there. If we look at it in the back, it's got the classic scuffs, so that's totally heavy play. Corners are really getting dinged up. And then here it is, like here, there's a little bit of warping on it. So if someone gets this for $17, yeah, it's worth it. Past $20, you're gonna overpay, I think. What else? Just some stuff in the watch list. Nothing else. Oh yeah, so I'm watching 7th edition. 7th edition boosters are totally expensive. Like $30 to $40. Now vintage Magic boosters have been increasing in price in the last several years. When I got back into Magic, I was able to get one of these when I got back into Magic in 2017, I was able to get one of the unopened Ice Age, whatever these were called. What are these called? They didn't have an official name. Whatever these big boosters were, I was able to get it for like $20 when I got back into Magic in 2019 for nostalgia. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get these. Back when I was a little kid, these were $8.95, and like now I'm a grown man, I can afford it to be $20. Well, since those 3 years or so that I got back into Magic, 2 years that I've been looking at on eBay, these are like $40 now. They've totally doubled in price. Same thing with my when I got back into Magic. When I got back into Magic, I splurged and also got a Mirage. What are these things called? Starter decks, yeah. So I got in a tournament pack, yeah. So I got one of these Mirage, and then also 5th edition. So again, these were like $20 when I got back into Magic in 2017. 5th edition is still like in the 30 range or so. Mirage ones, those are like $60 now, because of course Lion's Eye Diamond is $200. So I got those. And then I started to buy boosters of like individual sets and stuff. And just for the Crack a Pack videos that I do, I said, well, let me get some, 6th edition, 9th edition, 8th edition, and I've been getting some of those. The one that I haven't gotten recently is 7th edition, because these are normally very expensive. Someone's selling them for 99 cents at the moment, and I know those are going to jump up in price. How many days here do they have? 6 days. So I know those are going to go up, but I'm just watching these and seeing if they're going to stay at 99 cents. So anyway, I already got one of these actually, so I can just remove that from my things here. Anyway, that was some eBay stuff to just kind of change things up. Let's get back to the game. Alright, let's go to the next battle. Got some XP and stuff, very nice. Colonel Manischewitz is an author at PC World, I think. He was talking about... He did an article, PC Mag, PC World or something. He did an article about Magic Arena, the real player drafts. And then I reached out to him and I said, hey, let's be friends on Arena. So he said, yeah. Alright, Purple Phoenix is my opponent. We are both in the Bronze Age. I get to go first, so... What do you think about the new Ikoria land right here? Like we're in the middle of an active volcano or something. So... We're so tough we can fight in the middle of an active volcano. Pathfinder's kind of cool, 3 mana to get a body as well as go get a land. Reminds you of Keld. Yeah, those classic Keldoran, or I'm thinking of Balduvian barbarians, but Flame of Keld and all that good stuff. Lane, what is this? Lane Ledge is the opponent. I think, though, it's a little, I think it might be a little boring to keep the same background multiple times, even though I know that we're doing the, Ikoria. Even though I know we're doing Ikoria, draft, I think it's a little boring for to have it over and over. Alright, so they want to do their own sort of like cycling shenanigans, but theirs is going with life gain. So these have been some interesting draws. The last game was a total meltdown because of no lands. This one's kind of a flood. Ooh, a little otter. Okay, that'll be fun. Let's, however, perhaps first lock down their Marmoset. We've got an elk. Okay, we'll lock down that 3/3 with... so we've got a 4/4, but most likely they'll still have plenty of cycle cards here to first strike my 4/4. Man, how about a 5/5 with haste, actually? Okay. Guess I gotta double block stuff here. Actually, I'll be able to +1 my 4/4, so I've got a blocker. And it's also got flying. Actually, it doesn't +1 it. I keep forgetting that. The first time it comes in, it Alright, so pretty outclassed with this deck. Didn't really work out, so let's claim those prizes, and then we'll do some other stuff. So, got a booster pack, that's nice. Let's crack that. And got a level up. So let's see here, what do we get out of this? I am trying to get a few specific things for my Kahira deck, and didn't get anything just yet, so okay. That's that right there. Hey there, good luck Rubber Duck. Sorry I didn't see you. My chat system there wasn't alerting me properly. Sorry about that if I didn't say anything. Yes, good game the other day as well. And thanks for the game there as well. Good luck Rubber Duck. I hope your early access event went well. And I hope you're enjoying the new cards. Your chicken soup is assembled on the slow cooker. You have your full attention. Okay, cool. Let's see, what else can we play here? Let's do a little bit of this Kahira deck. This is this cat deck that I was putting together in the event, and I don't have the full pieces of it in my regular account yet, so I'm just still trying to put these pieces together. And so the deck isn't as optimized as I need it yet. Okay, they're gonna do the draw cards sort of thing, so let's see if I can erase that. This is pretty cool. Whenever you draw a card, you put a counter. Then you've got 8 counters on it. You can create Krakens. So I'm going to need to erase that. Are they going to have a lot of card draw to get out Krakens really fast? Are they going to have a Planeswalker? No, okay. So what am I going towards? So they'll probably have a Shatter the Sky here. And then I'll draw off of my Tiger, the Patagia Tiger, because it's a 4/5. They're doing the Tithe. Okay, actually, I can live with that because I'll just let that resolve and then I'll pay. And then I still have 1 mana for fight as one to give my creature indestructible in case they do a Shatter the Sky at this point. This is lethal unless they can take care of it. Krasis, okay. Krasis for 3. That'll postpone the inevitable. Fine. Guess here also. I'm fine with that. Attack with everything. If that drops, that's fine. Well, actually I can do it all, so might as well not lose a creature. And then just to be safe, I'm not going to use my fight as one just in case they pull out a huge Shatter the Sky. So I would have one creature left to finish them off. Hopefully. They're at 6. They're at 6 and they thought perhaps, okay, another Krasis. Fine. Interesting. I got 3 blockers. They're probably gonna Brazen Borrow something, but that's still 3 attackers and they have 1 blocker, potentially 1 more with the Brazen Borrower, right? Okay, they'll do it that way, so... Actually, that was a misplay. I had 2 mana to do Fight as Once twice, and that would have been the 2 extra life right there, so that was a misplay. They're going to play a huge Krasis and then keep doing that. Then they're going to get to their 8th thing right there, so... And they can make those Krakens for free, so... Make a sudden Kraken, block 1 thing, but I can still beat them even though I misplayed. So the thing that goes through, I will double. I guess I just only need 1, so sure. Okay, 4/4 Kraken plus 8, 8/8 Kraken plus 4 whatever. Having not played... So yeah, my chat thing is not showing everyone, so sorry if I don't say hello to everyone. You made yourself a Black-White Vampire Lifelink deck, you won 23 games in a row, that sounds amazing. Having not played Magic in 8 months, you went from Bronze to Tier 4 in like 1 hour and a half. Very, very nice. That's what I like to hear when Magic works well. Let me try to turn on my unified chat system again. For some reason it wasn't saying everyone's chat at once. Hopefully resetting it, I'll be able to see that. So if I don't notice people, normally I do, but I don't know why my chat thing is not showing everyone. Isn't it great when the stream software doesn't like to work? These cats, it's still not a tuned deck because I've only got 1 copy of Kahira and 1 copy of this Felidar. And the problem with that is that the... problem with that is that I've got some cool combos with Kahira and the Felidar. Golgari needs a boost. White needs a nerf, it's so powerful. Well, we're going to get the mana screw over here. They got their win condition out. As for myself, just missing lands. Now, in the last game, I was surprised that they didn't have a Shatter the Sky, but Let's see what happens this time. They're already at 4. There's that time wipe exactly. And I'm kind of really stalling on lands.
I know my responsibility. Here we go.
Well, they chose to do that. Okay, well, I think the control player is very far ahead. They're going to get to their 8.
I'll protect you.
And there's an Elspeth. Yeah, let's try this again. I had to mulligan too much, and then they just had too much of their win conditions. So again, my deck is not fully tuned yet, so it's not as good as it could be like it was during the event. So Rubber Duck, the this deck that you're seeing here is not as tuned as the one that we played during the event. I need to get those wild cards. You know, isn't this kind of funny in terms of the rare wild cards are always the ones that are missing. So those are the ones that I definitely need. Now let's see if on their 3rd game they yeah, exactly. 3 games in a row they got all of their ominous thing. And let's see if they get their Planeswalker on Perfect Curve as well. Yep, there's Perfect Curve Planeswalker. It's going to bounce it back, draw them a card, give them 1 more land. This is like really the unfun type of opponent to play against, so yeah, I don't want to play against this. And it's also like no cards, you know, too much land screw or flood or whatever. So let's play instead against someone else that's a little bit more fun. So if you don't play perfectly against a control deck, you're not going to win. So I had too many negatives going for me, it would have just been a waste of time and tried my patience. So moving on. Mark Draconis is the next opponent. And let's see if we can get some better stuff this time. So turn 1, Garrison Cat, turn 2, Savai Lion, turn 3, Kahira, and that's attacking for like 6 damage. Just gonna walk up to the shops, but you'll leave a lurk. Great, have fun. Stay safe. Thanks for coming to hang out. And I hope to catch your stream as well. So I'm probably going to get Thought Erasured this next turn when they're going to get my Planeswalker. Who cares? Then I'm going to be... Oh, no Thought Erasure. Hilarious. So instead, let's do some of that. All my creatures are 3 or less, so they could do a wipe. You could also do that. So here, I doubt... Let's see if they try to block my little cat, which I doubt. They're going to say, yeah, that's a little cat, let's block that. Oh, okay, well, that's also acceptable. Next turn, I guess I can bring out my Planeswalker. They have their Knight. Okay. That'll do its thing. They used up all their mana. Oops, they shouldn't have used all their mana for that, but sure. Do that with Trample. Send in 4. I doubt they'll let... Oh, they are going to block that. Okay. Well, they must have some amazing board wipe that's coming. Sacrifices a creature, fine. How about my 2/2 that also creates another 1/1, so we can do that. Actually, yeah, that's it. So Vivian lets you also play cards off the top of your deck. This Vivian, how many Vivians are there? But this Vivian also lets you play cards off the top of your deck with the proper timing restrictions, of course, which means unless your creature has flash, it will not actually play. Clicked the wrong thing on that. Whoops, it went to be our back in a moment, but that was just a little mistake. Don't worry, I'm not going to be right back. I just clicked the wrong thing. Yeah, I think there's 4 because the M19. She was introduced in M19, I think, right? So M19, M20, and M19, M20. She's in War of the Spark. And then there's this one here. So yeah, sounds about right. So the Blade Banish is exiles creatures of power 4. It's very useful. Now, another kind of like cool combo here is, again, the deck is not fully tuned, so once I get more of my Felidar, I have the ability to tap down my opponent's creatures. And I've got these Vigilance creatures, so that's nice. Let me bring out some creatures, and then I can do the Liger to do fun stuff. I'll have a Blade Banish at some point when that gets big, but instead they choose to do that. Okay, that will work. That sort of eats up a turn. Let's kind of create like a critical mass here of cats, because then I can go in with a big ol' attack with the Huntmaster Liger. Oh man, Duress. Okay, so they're gonna grab the Blade Banish. Swallow Whole is a good one. Maybe they see that Exile and they're like, okay, that's scarier. Yeah, that's a better play right there. So I'm gonna psych them out right here. They're gonna attack. They have enough mana to then do their... Oh, they're gonna do that instead. Okay, that'll work. Let's do the fight as one. Double block A, that's even better. And Kahira lives. Okay, so then next turn I'll do the Liger. This gives all creatures plus X. Whoops. This gives all creatures plus X based on the number of mutations. So I guess we'll give it a shot here. And we'll get a little bit more toughness boost to other creatures. Oh well. Okay, let's just go for it. YOLO! They're gonna do it again. Okay, fine. It's only a 3. Okay, that's fine then. Then I'll have when that gets big, then I'll have enough for the Blade Brand and then a little cat. Okay, that's gonna get bigger. Let's see if they manage to swing in before. They're gonna have their... Okay, that's actually a good play because they could do two things at once. That works. Okay, so gotta take out that Planeswalker, and then at the same time, Divine Arrow. Let's see, what do they top deck? At least they stop multiple Nissa cards. Oh, okay, they're gonna Remorse me, I guess. Was Nissa like the one that was kind of printed a lot before? Because we had the Oops All Chandras. Gotta waste my time taking out this Planeswalker. I don't know if I even should. Maybe I should just go for the opponent, because they're gonna keep getting the +1. Yeah, forget about that Planeswalker for the moment, although it can return stuff from the graveyard -3, so that's annoying. Okay, I guess they want it right away. Oh, okay, that's good. Magic Origins Nissa, that's the one that could, that's the one that could, started off as like a human or whatever, and then it could flip. So Nissa, from what I remember reading, was like introduced in like Magic, that one like digital version of things, right? And she wasn't in the real set until they started to make cards, but she was in like one of the early digital versions of Magic, not Magic Online, but the other one, the one that was also like on Xbox and stuff. I think I remember something like that. So let's change things up a little bit. Let's do another segment here. Let's do some daily MTG check-in. Due to an unfortunate internal error, the 3 Ikoria Lair Behemoth's Japanese language exclusive Godzilla cards will not be found in Japanese draft and collector's boosters and as Japanese box toppers. They will not be found in English. They will not be found in English. This exclusion from non-Japanese collectors was not intended, and as a result, our communication leading up to the release of Ikoria contained incorrect information. As printed, any English-French boosters will not have the opportunity to contain these. We know that the prospect of finding one of these special cards in a collector booster is a large part, and we're deeply sorry. Since the mistake was discovered only recently, we are not able to reprint the product with the affected cards. Instead, we will be printing and distributing copies of the card stores in the near future to make up. If you are purchasing English or French boosters, collector boosters, they should be able to provide some number of additional copies of these cards at no charge. If you've made a pre-order... So what is this? Japanese, not in English. Okay, so the So the collector boosters, the ones that are like $30, they were supposed to have the Japanese versions, but apparently there was a mistake, and they're not there. So seems like if you order these from a local shop, seems like you can get a free one. So if you buy collector boosters, your shop seems to be able to give you one of these. And these look really cool. There's Batra, Mechagodzilla, Mothra, Cocoon. Batra is amazing. Someone was using this at me during the early event, and it's basically the text is, when this creature mutates, destroy target opponent's creature. And so remember that mutate is not just this thing mutating, but stuff mutating onto it. So they had put on a really great lock where their Batra was just like killing all of my stuff once they got that combo working. And then with Mothra then, if one of your creatures is about to die, if it doesn't have a flying counter, it comes back to life with a flying counter. So there was just so much value in that Mothra and Batra deck together. Just these constant back and forth. It was just very powerful. So that's one of the news items at the moment. And that Mechagodzilla looks so cool. Just blasting everything. So let's look at the variants. This is kind of listing it all, the variants at once. Yeah, I want some of those Godzilla cards as well. Hopefully I can crack a pack or two of them and I get them. But we have these variants where it's sort of like some people are calling it like the comic book style. And so we've got comic book style, I think this Huntmaster Liger, which is one of the cards I have in the deck. I think that style looks really cool. And then we've got the full art style, and we've got the dark border style, and then of course the Godzilla style. So that pouncing shore shark looks pretty amazing. I love the perspective on it. Dream Tail Heron, I had that one during the draft a moment ago, and I think that art looks amazing. The Sea Dasher Octopus, yeah, this alternate art, like cartoon style, I like it. I'm always talking about here in the stream about like, yeah, the old classic art. Remember the old classic artists? Well, here they're then doing a version of that with the new set. So much cool art to look at. Baby Godzilla, Ruin Reborn. So in black, this insatiable hemophage is pretty amazing, and it's about to eat this other little creature. So sad. And we have the Space Godzilla Void Invader with the unfortunate name of Space Godzilla Death Corona. King Shark from The Flash, yeah. Batra, Luca. Wow, look at that Porcuparrot. That is one epic looking weird creature. Destroyer, Godzilla. Vivian looks cool in her alternate art. Whoa, this Gem Razor looks cool, like it's coming right at you with the speed lines and everything. Glowstone Recluse. This Colossification is not as cute as the regular art version, with a kitty cat that is huge. Here's some like weird slime thing. Godzilla Primeval Champion. There's 3 Godzilla cards, I believe. Well, then also counting, then there's like Space Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla and Baby Godzilla. So there's Godzilla King of the Monsters in Gruul colors. There's Godzilla Primeval Champion in green. There's Godzilla Doom Inevitable in red. What's interesting is that Baby Godzilla is blue, Baby Godzilla's blue. Then we have, of course, Space Godzilla, black. Is there a Godzilla in every color? No, not white. Okay, multicolored. Narset's card looks amazing. I don't think of her as like a very active character, a planeswalker that's like kicking. I really just think of her as the Narset part of the Veils. Try to make a Godzilla deck. Let's see if I have the gems for it. I don't have my account from Wizards anymore with every single card, unfortunately. But maybe a fun mono red Godzilla card, Godzilla deck, because then it's just like red cards. What else? Lord Drakus. That Necropanther looks cool. Wow, that Nethroi Apex of Death looks so cool. Regal Leosar. Wow. Yeah, some of this alternate art is really nice. And then all of these ultimatums. See, this is the one here. In my current cat deck, the pieces, you know, this Frond Land Felidar is one of the important pieces that's missing in the deck. I have one, but I need more so that I can fully mess with the opponent. Lisa Kudrow is right here. Kinan, Labyrinth Raptor, and then this Offspring's Revenge. This seems kind of interesting, but it's like a Rakdos Godzilla deck. Yeah, Space Godzilla plus Red Godzilla might be fun. What else? Sky Cat Sovereign is supposed to be cool. Only 2 mana when you've got more flyers. Winona, Joiner of Forces. And there's that Kahira. Lurus of the Demon Den. Oh, that little alarm thing. I need to take a quick little break. Lutri, so cool, so banned. But okay, let me take a little break. I've got to do a quick thing. When we come back, we'll do some more gameplay and such. So BRB. Alright, let's get back to do some more gameplay. Let's... just need to set all my windows here. Let's, so here's the problem with trying to craft like a really, really cool deck. At the moment I don't have a lot of the rare wild cards, so we'll see what we can do here. But if I go over here and look at the collection, I don't think I have any of the Godzillas now. Can you actually search this way? Because these alternate names are... yeah, here's the problem. You can't search for the alternate names here. Unfortunately, you have to know the original names. You have to know the original names to even find them. So, looking at the... what's the official name of that Godzilla? Yidaro. Now, the problem will also be that you need to have the cosmetic card style, or you'll see it like this. So the Godzilla version of things still is attached to the commonly known one, unfortunately. And if we look for the Space Godzilla, the black one, it's Void Beckoner. So the this is uncommon. I have a million uncommons, so I kind of feel like, yeah, I'm just gonna claim 4 of these anyway, because I would want to play with that anyway at some point, and they're uncommons. But almost all of these other ones are either rare or mythic, so taking the fun out of it. Yeah, like you have to do it in a certain way to get it to work. Now, one thing that I forgot to do let's do this. I want to craft a Kahira Brawl deck. So let's do a little bit of that before I forget. So let's set up for standard, not standard, for Brawl. And we'll set up a Kahira Selesnya cat. I don't have the Selesnya sleeve. Remind me to get the Selesnya sleeve in a moment. But I want to see to make like a cat deck. Let's see how many I have not collected so far. How many cats? Sanctuary Cat, Prowling, Cub Warden. Okay, I want one of those, but it's rare. Flycatcher Giraffid. This is an antelope. Oh, it's not a cat because of the name. And then Colossification. Okay, so this cat deck that I was just playing a moment ago, it's missing this Cub Warden, which is amazing because it makes more cats the more it mutates. But it's rare, and I don't have any rare wild cards. And Colossification, I kind of want that for the LOLs of it. But let's put in some. Let's start to build this cat deck with cards that I do have. So, Charmed Stray for life gain, Ajani's Pridemate ties into that. Garrison Cat is not really that great. Hero of the Pride gives everything a +1. Leonin is a 3/1 with an exile from graveyard. 1 for Vigilance because I have some strategy of Vigilance matters. 2/1 First Strike, maybe. So look at all of these 3/1s. Savai Sabertooth, Prowling Caracal, and then Leonin of the Lost Pride, which is strictly better than those other ones. Let's look at all of the mana rocks. We need 30 sources of mana in a Brawl deck. So 26 of lands, and then the rest mana rocks. But let me just fix this one moment. We also need some of these... we need these dual lands. So don't let me forget the dual lands. So let me just pair this up properly first. Okay, we'll do 12 and 12. But then we need 26 starting lands. And then 4 mana rocks for 30 mana sources. So Selesnya Locket, Arcane Signet, that's 2 of them. And then the artifacts. Just make a quick note here on card draw. So the golden egg for card draw, the globe for card draw, the lantern for mana rock, geode. I think that'll be good because it's signet, locket, lantern, geode. That's 4 plus the 26 lands. Okay, so there's the mana rocks. I could, although it's not as exactly on brand. I could put some mana dorks in here. They're going to not be cats, but I could put them in there just for just getting even more mana out. Let me check, are there any mana dorks that I don't have collected? Humble Naturist. Yeah, I think that'll be a good one, and it's common. Woodland Mystic, yep. Yeah, okay, and then we've got these lands. Let me grab these lands as well. Blossoming Sands. Okay, Blossoming Sands from M20 versus Ikoria. Let's grab it from Ikoria to be on brand with that. Temple of Plenty, that's a rare, so I'm missing so many rares. Yeah, let's add these. I think we can do 4 mana dorks. So Woodland Mystic plus Humble Naturist, and they're commons. As for the collected ones, Gilded Goose, I suppose. I don't know if my goose is gonna have a good time with my cats, but that's a turn 1 mana dork, so sure. And we've got the Caretaker, which will let you tap another creature to get it, but nah. Then we've got the Caryatid. I think a better mana dork. So we've got some good ones here. Paradise Druid has hexproof of any color. Leafkin is 1 mana, but if you have more than 4 creatures, it makes 2 mana. Then we've got the Druid. It makes 1 mana of any color, and then when you adapt it, it makes 3 mana. And then the Caryatid makes 1 of any color. It makes 2 if you have a big creature. So there's like 4 more mana dorks there. You know what? I'm gonna take out that Woodland Mystic. I just paid for it, but it's a little too basic. I think I want the Hexproof Druid, which is any color, and then 1 more. Do we want a double green, or do we want of any color? But that needs to be adapted first. Now let's do the Caryatid. Okay. Then we'll look at the lands. Temple Garden, Shockland, Selesnya Guildgate, tap land. Okay. Okay, 26 lands, 18 creatures. Got some card draw. Now let's look this way. Well, Guardian Project is usually an auto include. Gingerbread is good for life. Ginger Brute, the 1-mana 1/1 for life. Yeah, so far I've got 2 of those. We had the egg and the other one, whatever it is. So if I do the Utopia, oh, never mind. That just does one thing. Season of Growth plus Guardian Project. Those are some good card draw, and then the Tithe. Oh, Ginger Cabin. Okay. Yeah, that makes 1 food token 1 time. It's not super repeatable. And the only really life gain thing here is like 1 Ajani's Pridemate. Tithe, Smothering Tithe is also sort of like an auto include nowadays. Let's talk about some removal, I think. These last 5 slots, I think I need some removal. I'm going to put a board wipe just in case. And destroy. So we've got disenchant or actually exposed to daylight. That's a little bit of like artifacts and stuff removal. As for exile, let's put in some white exile. Banishing Light, Prison Realm. And Conclave Tribunal. That's 60 cards. Now we have there's that Ajani. Okay, so let's see here. Charm Stray, Goose, Pridemate. Hero of the Pride is a little bit more... Yeah, I don't really have too much that targets a creature, so actually that's not going to be too great, and I can just put in 1 more Ajani. Okay, this will be version 1 of this deck. Put Nissa as the thing here. Okay, so I've got a Brawl deck. Let's find a Brawl player. So let me just put out some feelers over here. Let's say, hi there, up for a Janky Cat Brawl match. Let's see. So that's the author. Glad Heater. I'm not quite sure. I should probably copy and paste this. Actually, yeah, let me do that. Can I copy my own text? No. Okay, so let's put out a few messages to people. Hi, up for a janky Brawl Cat deck match? Question mark. Yeah, it was a Brawl deck. That's why my mana base was like that, and I'm caring about mana dorks and all of that. So hopefully, if I ask too many people, who's gonna answer? Sir Midge. Okay, so we asked a bunch of people. Now, they don't have the Brawlers Guild Hall anymore. You have to pay for it. Oh, actually, they do. Oh, they're giving the free Brawlers Guild Hall again. Oh, what am I doing here? Whoops, I thought that I saw the announcement on the 16th that said Brawlers Guild Hall has ended. So I thought you had to pay for it again. And whoops, I just sent invitations to 7 people, but we have it here to play with, so... Huh, okay, whoops. Well, no one's replied yet, so I guess I'll go for it. So that's pretty nice of Wizards, now that since the pandemic's going on, we get to play. So we're getting more and more game modes, right? We've got drafting now with real people, we've got the historic, we've got a lot of things. So okay, here's someone else with perhaps a newer commander. I appreciate that. Okay, this is a lot of mana, so okay, fine. I can create an Ajani relatively fast. Hey, this is that Mega Man song. Okay, so turn 2 Signet, turn 3 land, and then actually Ajani is already out. I can get a free card with that Stray. Nope, I'll go get the Signet. Okay, so my opponent's going to be doing the draw a lot of cards strategy. I need my enchantment removal for that. Let's see how that goes. We're going to go with Commander right away. Not yet. They're also going to try to ramp a little bit. Fine. Well, I'm at a point where I can bring out my Planeswalker, make a Pride Mate. Next turn, drop Kahira, attack with a 3/3, as well as Ajani +1. Okay. Okay, I need that Prison Realm, right? I can Prison Realm only their creature, not their enchantment. Okay, let's get rid of their commander, because that, I'm sure, has some shenanigans. And then we get the Scry. Eventually. They're like, I just summoned my commander and it's already dead. Yes, fate is cruel. Scry, okay, there's a Felidar, nice cat there, and then +1 life on that, not at the moment, okay. Got a reply on that. I'll say, no worries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 mana for an Artemsis, okay, not cool. However, gain life on that. I doubt Artemsis will be able to really do any crazy stuff. Getting lots of cats here. Okay, that's a 5/5 with Vigilance. Kingly Sleet, they spent all of their mana on Artemsis. Draw 2 cards and discard. Whenever it deals damage, you may reveal your hand if cards have 6 different casting costs. I will applaud them if they're able to do that alternative win condition, because they need a bunch of cards in hand, number 1. And number 2, they need to deal damage. And all that good stuff. And they don't attack. Okay, even better for me, because what I can do is can keep gaining some life. And then bring out my tapper right here. So this is the combo right here. See, I can tap their creature. And the Kahira gives all my creatures vigilance, and the Felidar gives all my creatures tap this creature to tap another creature. So we get that. Then, next turn, if they're gonna attack me, I can also tap my creature to stop their attacker. So we get the Royal Scions. Okay. That draws a card. Draws another card. Okay, so they're gonna get to their. They're probably gonna get to their their Krakens right now. So. Okay, so on their turn, I will tap their Artempsis. You're gonna draw a card to make a Kraken. So might as well tap one more. So they can make a Kraken at the last moment here. If I have at least 15 more life, so we start at 25. Yeah, I don't have enough life to do that extra thing here. So what I'm gonna do, however, is just make another. Just do a mutation here. It's just going to be like a big old shock and awe because we have that. So they're going to bring out a Kraken at the last moment. Whatever they block, you know, even if they take out my 8/8, that's still lethal, right? Because they're going to make one blocker and I've got so many. Now, even that doesn't do anything because I can tap this even before they can choose to block with it. So all right. So yep, cats do what they do. They had the perfect combo here. This is when Rubber Duck was on the chat. This is what she meant. Hey there, Chance. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, we've got the combo in Kaheera plus that Felidar. Kaheera gives everything vigilance. The Felidar gives everything. Creatures with vigilance can tap to tap another creature. So I got that combo there. We had all that mana ramp. We had the life game with Ajani. That Pridemate got huge. We had that final give everything +1 with that Cub Warden or whatever it's called. I forgot. And yeah, attacking with vigilance and then tapping their 8/8 Kraken before they can even block. Alright, let's try that again. And then we'll kind of tune it also a little bit more as we play. Fire Song and Sunspeaker. Cool. So how are you doing, Chance? Having a good day so far? So today I was pretty productive. I did laundry and I made chili. I made a pork chili. Okay, so no white mana, but I've got the Druid, which will mana fix, and then Golden Egg for card draw. And I got the Felidar. I have to remember its name. Frondland Felidar. It's a cat beast. I have a little frost cat. I do have to admit that I remember the little Ember cat being really cute, but then after the Eldraine Fox came out, I kind of like that better. Okay, not good. They're going to have their ramp. Colonel Manny is replying. So the Colonel is replying. Okay, I got my 4th land. I can start to try to do this again. The Ajani trick right over here.
Our true strength lies in our friendships.
And let me just mention to them also, I'm streaming at the moment. Hope you don't mind. Getting that one guy there. Okay, so we can do a good life here. What am I seeing there? So they're passing me a big old deck. Okay, that's fine. Now that is a 3/3. I'll do that, and then we'll also do this. The Season of Growth is like as more creatures come in, stuff happens. So the Colonel over here, he's showing me his deck. Thassa's Oracle, normally that wins you the game, but not this early in the process. And they're not attacking. Okay, perfect. So I don't have enough mana for Oketra yet. Let's bring out our Felidar. That'll let me scry from the growth. Expose. What should I kill with Expose? I guess one of their mana rocks. I need my own mana, but I guess that'll be useful. Plus on that. And then guess I have to wait just a little bit more. Okay, so they have enough for Thassa, and they're going to be able to blink something, but nothing that valuable. I guess their Oracle. Or actually that's going to make more reflections. They're not legendary, right? Okay, so that's going to make a lot of reflections. Okay, pretty good. I guess I need to wreck that Pantheon, because that gives them mana based on the number of devotion. And there's a Plains. I need that Plains. Okay. So, +1 over here. Now, I am forgetting here. My Druid does... My Druid makes a mana so that the Frondland can tap them out. So if I need to tap an attacker, although both of their 4/2s I can take... Well, one of their 4/2s I can take out, so I think moving to combat I would block... Yeah, I need to exile that Atrios itself, because it's just going to make so many 4/2s. Because Thassa's here. Frostlynx is going to tap something. Okay, no problem. Let me tap out one of their... Left Arena... V2 janky match. Okay, yeah, no problem. Oh, they tapped my 5/5. Okay, that's not so bad. And that's not so good. Okay, well, I guess I'll lose that card.
I have let my friends down.
Yeah, they have a good combo here with their repeatable... Okay, they're not going to repeat another reflection. Okay, that's interesting. I guess actually they need to scribe and they bottom 4 things. Or whatever. Okay, anyway, now we've got a god. More lands is more good, so we'll let that be there. If I attack, they can double block that. So we'll wait. They can double... Actually, they can bring their Frost Links back in. Oh, man. So this Thassa combo is very, very good. I need my removal, and then I've got so many things to remove. They're gonna double the links. Okay, so... Oh, they're gonna double Thassa. Okay, this is gonna be very hard to deal with. Don't want to be pessimistic, but this is gonna be very hard to deal with. I don't know. So, 7 damage to me, I guess that's fine. And they will probably loop their links. Hopefully they don't. Okay, good. They have 2 loops actually, so they're gonna make another 4/2. Who cares? And then they're going to loop their Thassa. Okay, fine. That gives them like a turbo. That gives them a turbo thing. Okay. Anyway, here. That'll make a zombie. That will let me scry more lands. I still have 3. I will still have 3. Mana, so we'll draw a card off of that. What else? Yeah, I need the removal. I guess let's just let this loop. I mean, let it play out for a little bit. Agent of Treachery. Okay, I hate getting Treachery right away on that. So, okay, GG. They were going to just keep looping. They had a very strong position in their combo that they were just going to loop things. They were just going to loop that Treachery over and over on me, and I can't stand that. So, let's move on. And let's say here... okay, ready. So, let's see against this opponent. I will challenge them to the Brawl deck. Alright, so we have a Caliphate. What are her colors? I think mono blue. Maybe blue and white? What are these colors? Mono blue. Okay, so here it's pretty much all ramp. Got a Twitch link. Yeah, that's just over here. So let's see how this goes. So turn 2 can be this Mana Dork to start to build up to some cool stuff. Single blue, we got the little cat to give me some, to bring me a nice little lizard. I keep thinking that this cat brings you a fish because that's like the stereotype, but no, it's bringing you a cute little fish. And then in the flavor text, cats place their gifts with care so that a bare foot will step on them in the middle of the night. Hilarious. And that cat has like this attitude. It's like hilarious attitude. Okay, we're gonna get this mill deck, so I can respect that. Let's see how mill will work here. So in a singleton format, having that Catacombs is actually very destructive. So let's see if we can survive this, because here's our first mill. What do we lose? Some good stuff. Don't want to lose that, but whoops. Okay, so we can do this, and then we can... Let's do it this way. And don't need that. Okay, so We've got Caliphage. What does she do again? Spells your opponent's cast that target this cost 1 more. Power is equal to whatever, so she's going to get way bigger and bigger. And we're in trouble with that. So, here's a Winged Words. And we lose some of that. Okay, Oketra, R.I.P. That would have been great to have. So we have a cat helping out a bird. Forgot to say the thank you on that. Uh-oh, we get a big old shark enchantment. This is going to be lots of trouble. Oh, that's not the enchantment. Oh yeah, that's just the thing here. Okay, so... So we can do this. Sure. That might be good there. Okay, so then we've got a we've got the I was trying to do the thanks back, but I don't know why it didn't pop up on mine, so it said just nice back. Very weird. Okay, so what does this thing do again? Oh, it's just a 5/4 counter. Oh, okay, it's a counter spell built into a creature. Very nice. Let's see what we've got going on here. Oh, commence the end game. Not good. Oh man, the stuff that I scried for did stuff. Okay. Well, can do that over here to slow stuff down. Recasting. There's my Felidar. There's another land. Here's a blocker. So let's see if this can come together right now over me. Okay, we got the good old ominous thing. Shenanigans. Are we gonna get some krakens? Well, that's game over. Can't really deal with that, so... Yeah, this is totally game over. So all I need is my Shatter the Sky and we'll be okay, but let's see if we get it. Okay, so what we can do is this combo here. And we're going to get frosted over here. So it might be a little bit of a waiting game for a bit. It's going to be a little bit control-y and such for a moment. Hey Stevie, how are you doing? What are they going to duplicate here actually? The 5/4. Okay, that will work. Caliphase a 10-3. How does that even happen? Let's crack this locket. Draw some cards. Ooh, that's what we need. What do we do here? I guess any of this will be acceptable. Since the commander can be replayed, I guess we'll do that. Now I'll try to do some strategery here. I want that, but I don't have enough mana for it yet. Well, I guess I would. Actually, I should wait a little bit longer. Working on a fun Blender project. This is Commander with Thieving Otter. This is Commander with a with the brand new, with one of the brand new cat commanders. And having a little trouble in terms of what attacks, but I guess we'll kind of shut things down for a bit. Did Ajani finally become a commander? In Brawl, you can use Ajani as the commander, yes. Okay, so this Bronze Hide Lion will be pretty useful. So I need 3 mana, and then I can tap things pretty well. And we'll have a life gain here, so we're just gonna need to hold off. Plus I can crack the egg for some life. Nine, 10, 11 whole mana, and then a Heron, which will mutate and then make it fly, plus hexproof. Okay, so that'll be trouble, because that'll be 3 damage in the air, hexproof. Okay, 2/5 in the air, that's not so bad. Okay, so gotta tap down all of this stuff. All my cats actually now have vigilance, so I'll be able to tap way more things. The only thing that's not a cat is that human. I guess I will just allow these things to attack. Just one thing in the air. Okay, I guess that'll work. So how do we get out of this predicament? There's a lot going on because there's the, and they topped both of them. There's a lot going on because it's, there's a lot going on because the... Hey, why doesn't this let me tap to target the creature? Why doesn't it let me tap their thing? That's weird. Oh, because it doesn't have vigilance? Okay, there's a Johnny right there. Okay, let's try to gain a little bit of life here.
Now do you see the benefits of peace?
Let's see about trying to attack with this. Can't emote meow. One thing that I'm forgetting here is I mostly have vigilance, so I should take advantage of that. Ah, man, the Geist. Okay, not good. What are they gonna grab? So I gotta tap out their stuff. What are they gonna tap? Guess everything except their hexproof. Okay, so they're gonna lock that down. That's not so bad. So we can do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We can do 18 damage next turn. We can do 18 damage. And the thing to remember is that my things have vigilance, so why am I stressing attacks? So everything has vigilance except that guy. Yeah, let's just send everything. Okay. Okay, this might actually turn around. Uh-oh, they get a Kraken. Release the Kraken. And then they have the Kiora Best the Sea God, so that's gonna make another Kraken. But TBH, we might be able to tap down enough stuff that we can make it. Actually, I just misplayed. I didn't tap the things. Yeah. Oh, whoops, I don't know what I did. But they're only attacking with one, so that's no big. Okay, well, let's clear the board for the cat invasion. Well, as best as possible. So that seems to be an 8/8 hexproof. How did that happen? Okay, so they have 1, 2, 3 blockers, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers. All right, cats. Cats. Don't mess with cats. That was a very good game. Let's shout out to Colonel Manischewitz. On the Let's shout them out for the game there. And I was afraid of those krakens. So yeah, let's I've been streaming, it's about to be 3 hours, but let's change gears a little bit to let's look at that Untap, that Untap website, and just kind of like preview how all of that is. And let's do that. So I'm going to switch over to the other view. I'm going to switch over to the other view over here. We can look at Untap. I'll put it over here. Untap.in. So I guess pronouncing it might be Untappin'. And I'm already signed in. Let's look at it like this. Untap. I probably also have to zoom in. Actually, you're not looking at the right thing. We need to jump over to my other window. Where's my other window? Just one moment. Web browser. Okay, and here it is. Transform that, reset. There we go. Okay, so now it fits. Okay, so if so what I have here is 2 decks so far. And let's say I'm trying to build this Kahira deck. So you have an account. I guess maybe zoom in to see it better. You have an account and you have the chat screen where you have a variety of channels. Such as the MTG channel. Build that legacy deck. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let me pull that up on the Discord. Did you send it to me directly or you put it in the VM Campos Discord? Deck lists. That was Cedric's. That was Aiden's. Marshmallow Cat. Rosla. I guess you sent it to me directly? It was direct? Okay, let's look at it under direct. Have to find you on the friend list. I just have so many friends, it's hard to find people. Guess we'll do search. Okay, let's go to your direct messaging. Scroll back a little bit. Here we go. Okay, so this is a legacy deck. Here we go. So, just a quick overview first of all. There's the chat screen where you can then join different chat rooms and then everyone's chatting on stuff. So Zigana counter basically said whatever. Okay. Then we've got decks, so keep track of all your decks. For the free account, you have up to 10, which I think is plenty. Then you can go to the game lobby and see games for everyone. You know, people playing Magic, people playing Yu-Gi-Oh, people playing whatever. Focus on Magic. Here's all the Magic games going on. We'll see that in a moment. My account, I guess we don't need to see that. And Wiki, what's the Wiki? I guess just how it works. So when you go to games, you can join a game. Some of them also say spectate a game. Right there, spectate. So let's see here, for example, Micah and David and Greg, they're beginners. And I guess they're friends and they want to play each other, so they make a room. Over here, someone created a CEDH for competitive. They only have one person so far. EDH casual, no stacks, new cards allowed. Someone wants to play Pioneer. EDH chill, no infinite combos. Let's check one thing here actually also. So Daybreak and Adan are both offline. Actually, so Stevie, I don't know if you want to do like, or even Mark, do you? Well, I guess you're going to create accounts eventually, but we'll add each other as friends, right? Obviously, just find me as VM Campos. I'm VM Campos all over the place. Add me as friends there. Then you can make rooms to only battle people that are your friends. You know, later on here, make a new game and just say only your friends. You should make those accounts. They're free, so do that when you can. I'm going to go here to the decks, create a new deck. And this is going to be for Magic. Name is, yeah, no problem, whenever you can. What should we name this deck? Pretty Evil? You know, what should we name the deck? Black Death? Something like My Baby? What's a good name to call this thing to strike terror into the hearts of the opponents? We'll say Mark's Legacy deck. So I'll create that. Okay, so I have to go to settings. Somewhere, format. Okay, it's any format. Cards in the deck. So then I'm going to search here and call it Evil Mage deck. Okay, so let's just start here. So first of all, Swamp. Now, you then search it right here, you get Swamp, and then you'll see, okay, here's all the things called whatever. Maybe we'll do snow-covered swamps. And you can then hover over what particular printing. So the Modern Horizons printing, the Cold Snap printing, Ice Age. Other people like make extra ones. Let's go with Modern Horizons swamps. So snow-covered swamp, add, and then it says, okay, you've got 4, but we need 20. So put that up on 20. And then 4 Dark Rituals. Dark Ritual. Oops. I named the deck Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual. So see, it's very straightforward. How to build a deck to play is a little bit trickier, which we'll see how to play in a moment. So what I want in the Dark Ritual, of course, I want the Ice Age printing. What about 5th edition? Or maybe this one with like the cool evil. The Alliance, the Masters 25. Let's just do the vintage one. Maybe go all the way back to like Alpha. Do we want to put the Alpha printing? Where's Alpha? I always like the 5th edition art also. 4 in black border. Let's put it French. Ajouter 3 à votre réserve de mana, Messe Noir. I don't know how to speak French, so that was probably pretty bad. But keep it old school. So where is their 2nd edition? Limited edition beta? Yeah, let's go with beta. And then, so the thing is, you know, it's $64 per card on beta. You hover over it to select what printing you want. Then you add to it, so then it automatically adds 4. Grasp of Darkness. What printings here? We have SOM. What's SOM again? Oh, so the Gatewatch. Game Night 2 SOM. What's SOM? Scars of Mirrodin, right? So which is more evil? Scars of Mirrodin looks more evil, so let's add those. We only need 2. Go for the Throat. How many Throat cards are there? There's Throat Wolf, I think, but how many Throat cards? There's a lot. Throat Wolf, Throat Slitter, Throat Seeker, go for the Throat. So go for the Throat, here we go. Through building your deck, it comes up with the total of how much it would cost. Yeah, it also tells you. Right now, this deck costs $268 so far, because I'm using a beta printing of it. If I was going with the 4th edition, which is worth 10 cents, then it would be way different. But, okay, we're going to go for the throat. Under go for the throat. We'll go with Mirrodin. Mirrodin Besieged. 4 of those. So add 4. Beseech the Queen. Oh, I was seeing that one. That's like a cool, like, that's like a big ol'... That's like a search spell that's kind of complicated, right? When you built it, it was under 30, I bet. So Shadowmoor. There's only been Shadowmoor printing. Search your library for a card with converted of less than or equal to the number of lands you control. Reveal, put it into your hand. Okay, yeah. So this one's 549. It's either black, 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 or 6 generic. So it's a tutor for 3. Sorcery. So how many do we need? 2 of those. Actually think that a neat system to use to build a deck. Yeah, and then playing it. Here, we'll see how to play that in a moment. Is this going to become like streaming Saturdays are now going to be untapped Saturdays? Next, Dimir Machinations. How many Machinations cards exist? Machinations. Machinations or Machinations? Goblin Machinist, Solive Machinist. Dimir Machinations. Where's Dimir? Did I spell that right? Machinations. Here we go. Dimir Machinations. We've got only Ravnica. Ooh, that card looks amazing as well. 4 of those. If you would have known that, you would have years ago when Yu-Gi-Oh! Did, yeah. When people weren't around. So Heartless Summoning you noted as important, must have. No problem, we'll add 5 of them just to be sure we've got it in the deck. Technically, playing on this system is very much about the honor system. You are able to put 4 of them, and your opponent will never know. So this is really about the honors system. So we have ISD Innistrad, and we have TSC. What is that? That's like a token or something. Creature spells cost 2 less, and then creatures you control get -1. Huh, interesting. So you're going to make your creatures weaker, but your creatures will cost less, a lot less. So I guess you'll be able to overrun them, right? How about untap for the weekend stream on Fridays? I only really stream once a week because I think it's just such a big time investment, and I do have a lot going on throughout the whole week, unfortunately. But maybe even though I'm in quarantine, I'm still teaching, so not as much time as I would still like. Gatekeeper of Malakir. How many Malakir cards? Malakir Familiar, Butcher of Malakir. Gatekeeper. We need the Gatekeeper. It's from Zendikar. Kicker. When it comes, if it was kicked, target player sacks a creature. Okay, a 2/2 for 2, or 3 black for them to sack an edict. You may enter the city once the toll is paid. So let's add that one. We need 4. Oh, White of Precinct 6. Precinct 6. Okay, Gate Crash version. He's like a Bobby from England, right? With that little hat and everything. Gets +1 for each creature card in your opponent's graveyard. And then that one is 4 of them. We'll see how it works soon. Okay. Mere Retriever. From Mirrodin. When it's put into a graveyard, return another artifact from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. We need 4 of those. Oh, I see. Then grinding station. Okay, I see some artifact stuff's gonna happen, eh? Grinding. It's a mill, right? $10. The 5th Dawn printing of that is 10. Well, there's only one printing ever, but it's $10.99 each, and we need 2 of them. Well, money is no object. Sack an artifact. Target player puts the top 3 cards. When an artifact comes into play, you may untap this. Okay, so I see a lot of recursive milling might be happening here, huh? We need 2 of those. Super mill. Hymn to Tourach, amazing. I'm sure you have a reason for not putting all 4 of them, but I'll respect it. We'll of course go with the original Fallen Empires art, but I want the Quentin Hoover art. 2 of those. Altar of the Brood, another important one. Sorry, that card's so evil it doesn't show up in the search. Just kidding, I misspelled it. So we have here Khans of Tarkir. Okay, Khans of Tarkir. Whenever another permanent enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent puts the top 2 cards. Okay, so more mill at 1. Ooh, that's cool. So just automatic mill from a 1 casting cost artifact. Nice. That is going to be 4 of those. And that's 60 cards. Okay. 13 different cards, 60 cards in total. Let me save that for a moment, then we'll go back to it. Let's set the art, the cover art. What should the cover art be? Hymn to Tourach. Hymn to Tourach. Okay, so this says that if you go buy the deck right now, it'll cost $333.36. Let's try to... Okay, one of the shortcomings of this is that it only really tells you this is Legacy, this is Vintage, this is Commander. It doesn't tell you if it's Pioneer or Modern or etc. Yeah, exactly. The Mirror, the Heartless, and the Altar. That's where the mill is all coming on, definitely. Let's see about trying to play the deck now. We'll go over to Games, start a new game, and we have to be specific here. We need to entice people to play, but then it's going to be... It's not really modern. These cards are not modern, right? Because Hymn to Tourach is not modern, I believe. Let's take a quick look here. So if we try to, we want to be... We don't want to, we don't want to play people vintage Legacy Commander, so it's not modern. So this deck is not modern legal. It's Legacy, and you've used it to win a tournament. Okay, so hopefully, however, I don't get these crazy Legacy players that put Black Lotuses in here, because again, this is totally for free, honor system. So if I say, okay, let's play Legacy, I hope that I don't get like a super spike player, but let's just see right here. What are you in for, boy? I don't know, should I be that aggressive here? Sure. Play style. Do we want to say optimized or competitive? Do we want to be honest about it? Let's say optimized. So it'll be a 2-player thing. Are you ready, boy? Should I be that sexist? Let's try. Let's see what happens here. So we have to wait for a moment. Okay, so building the deck, not complicated at all. Playing is a little bit more complex because, yes, you can click on everything to work, but you you can click on everything on the screen here. So the interface is very basic. The interface is very basic. It's all on the honor system. You click on the various things to do stuff. Like, you know, I click down here on the bottom right to shuffle my deck. You hover over stuff and you get all of these options. Sometimes it's a little twitchy that you don't hover over the right thing and it goes away. Then on the left side you have all these other menu items. When the game starts you do have like the turn order. You do have the turn order to click on. You also have keyboard shortcuts, which pop up right here. Now, they're using like generic terms because they have unpivot all cards. They also have like the various zones over here. There is the expel zone instead of exile. They have the discard zone or graveyard. The hands are down here. You can roll a dice. Let's roll a die. We got a 4. You can flip a coin. Heads. There's the untap. Draw on play area, so we can draw stuff, but it goes away. Oh, there it is. Responses. No responses. But yeah, the best opening hand. Yeah, I'm just going to wing it for a moment, and then we'll see about trying to get like the best opening hand because of the mulliganing and all of that. And again, you can play for free as much as you want here, so we'll see what that is in a little bit. Yeah, so the thing is, like, if people want to play Legacy, people will come in. This is the problem, though. You know, I'm marking this as a Legacy deck, so we have to wait for Legacy players. Kind of see that a lot of people play the commander on this. And we'll just wait a little bit more. It'll be anticlimactic to build this deck, and then we can't get any players. But okay, let me look at the opening hand. We want a Dark Ritual, Altar of the Brood, which does the milling. And we want the Heartless Summoning. I need to read these again. Mere Retriever, Swamp. Okay. Drop a Swamp, then Ritual, then Altar, then Summoning, all at this. And this is all for turn 1. Retriever, which is free from the Summoning. Mere Retriever is a 2-2, right? Because everything gets -1. And then that mills them again, kills the Mirror, so it drops another. It dies. When it dies, it returns an artifact. So is that basically a turn 1 infinite mill, or what am I missing there? Definitely turn 2, right? But is it a turn 1 infinite mill? It's a 1/1. Okay, so it doesn't live long enough. Okay, it dies right away from the -1. Heartless Summoning, right? It dies right away from the Heartless Summoning, so it did hit the battlefield, so it existed. So it hits the trigger of the altar, and then it dies to the graveyard. But then when Mirror dies, does Mirror bring itself back? Or does there already have to be another Mirror? It does turn 1. Okay, so the Mirror does it for itself. So then that brings itself back. Hits the battlefield again, -1. I mean, hits the battlefield, mills them, then -1 to it, back to the graveyard over and over. Yeah, so that turn 1 ritual gives you the 3 black mana, 1 for the altar, 1 for the summoning, 1 for the mirror. You need 2 mirror. Okay, so they loop each other back and forth. So what am I missing? If you put 1 swamp, tap that, you get 3 black. Ritual. 1 for the altar, 1 for the heartless, and then 1 for the mirror. Then that dies right away, but it doesn't come back, so then turn 2, you put the other mirror, and then you do the loop. So I just want to confirm that, because to me it sounds like... Yeah, the Heartless Summoning is also 2 mana, so what am I missing here? You're saying that's what you want for your opening hand, but then how do you make it happen on 1 turn? Heartless Summoning is 2 mana. And the altar is 1 mana, so if you're doing the ritual, 2 for Heartless, 1 for Mirror. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, Mirror makes it free. Yeah, sorry about that. So Mirror makes it free. Yeah, okay, now that makes total sense. Yeah, I forgot the cost reduction. I was only thinking of the -1/-1. So yeah, you have the Brood for the mill. You have the Summoning for the cost reduction plus -1, and then you have the 2 mirrors in hand, so you drop 1, auto dies, and then you play the second one for free. That one dies and brings it back over and over. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a game here, because probably... Let's try to start another game. Should we completely cheat and just say, hey, yeah, come and play us, and we won't even tell them what they're in for? Trying a completely jank thing. So we'll say it's a game, any format. I don't think I'll put it on beginner, but I'll just say it's janky. And then a 2-player. So let's see if that gets us... It catches us any fish. Okay, let's see, with a little bit more of a lenient stipulation here, let's see what we get. Hey there, Oscar, welcome back again. We're doing a little bit of alternative gameplay here on the Untap website. We're waiting for an opponent. They don't know what they're in for. So Mark, when was the last time that you played this deck? Yep, still waiting. Like I'm telling you, I think most people really come here for... Oh, here we go, Stubbs66. Okay, let's see who we're in here for. Hello. Okay, so once again, the interface is like very basic. What format? Okay, what do we tell them? Anything goes, if you can. Played it 2 years ago. Okay, let's see if this player will want to play Anything Goes. I think that's going to be way too scary for them, but let's see if we can convince them. Because obviously if I say Legacy, they're going to say, oops, I'm out of here. I don't want to play Black Lotus. So just, you know, to convince people, 60 cards or 100. We'll do 60 cards. So somewhere, okay. Where can we say to start? Great. Okay, so I'll just say also I'm kind of new to Untap, FYI. I'm still like learning all the details of it, but so they've played 77 hours so far. So let's see what kind of pro we're dealing with here. Okay, where do we click to play? When it's multiplayer, okay, so there is a voice chat component, but obviously with random people, I don't know how people would be comfortable for that. I've done the voice chat with Adan and Daybreak, and it worked fine. Well, actually, we did voice chat on Discord, and then we played here. And here it's mostly all about chat, and again, the honor system and such. Played a game, Store Legacy Tournament. You got first with it. What other decks were there? I'm sure they were totally agog with your combo, so that sounds cool. That sounds cool that you took them down. Okay, well, the opponent's still thinking or selecting a deck or what? Because I don't think then there's any other waiting for new game. So, okay, yeah, how do we start it when I've done the commander? Someone started it. The hardest opponent was a red-green that made big wall, then fling for 20. Okay, well, still thinking or something. Not sure what's going on with the opponent. Are they away from keyboard? Yeah, I just think that's no problem, but I just think that's because, like, looking at the lobby, it's a lot of people that want to play Commander. Well, Mark, according to those stats, it looks like you've got 2,000 points. Congrats on that. So that point system, I've got to put better prizes on that, but I'm still trying to figure it out. And I know I've said it before, but you know, to be honest, when I do the gameplay here, you know, throughout the week, I don't have a lot. You know, I concentrate on doing like the stream stuff on the day of. Yeah, this person, I don't know what they're up to. So, so here's what people are playing. Vintage Cube, Relaxed Commander, Competitive Commander, Prince, I guess. Chill Commander, Casual Commander, Commander, Only Eric, Commander Casual 1v1. Someone's playing format, Fun Commander, Bull Masters, Modern Best of 3 Competitive, Pioneer Ikoria. Yeah, so see, everyone's here's someone at here's a game going at Modern. We could do this. Let's go spectate this. Let's just go see how this game's going. So someone's playing with Classic Islands. They're on 5 turns so far. They put out a Fog Bank. Okay. Here comes Astrolabe. Okay, this is a little bit tier right there, actually. Hallowed Fountain. Okay, that's another one. So that opponent barely has anything going on. But this one's got a Misty Rainforest. Yeah, this person's totally tier. What's the name of this one again? Modern Optimized. Okay, that makes sense. So they're Muldrifter draws them a card. They evoked it, so it just gets a card. Alright, let's see the opponent. Card Schneid 3. So again, it's kind of low tech. Can I zoom in a little bit more? Can you see that a little better if I zoom in? Not that great. But see, so it's very low tech. You see the opponents on their sides and stuff, and then you press a button to tap it. Yeah, I don't know about this person being optimized at all. Who plays a 0-4 Wall of Runes? While the opponent's already doing amazing mana ramps over here. But we will spectate a bit. Five mana to bring out a Siege Rhino. Okay, 4/5 deals 3 damage to them. They gain 3 life. Fibonacci Bear is the opponent there. Reminds you of the old school Chandalar game. Yeah, it's low tech. It doesn't guide you at all. It just says, here's your turn, here's your turn. You know, it doesn't guide you at all. You have to click on stuff and do all the actions and everything. And you click the, I have an action, and then the response, no response, and all of that. So let's see. Okay, 3 islands. That's enough for their Tempest Djinn. Okay, they're doing that one Kraken, Nadir Kraken from Theros Beyond Death. So every time they draw a card, it gets stronger and they get a +1. So let's see what happens. Although on this side there's already a 4/5. However, the Fog Bank is good because it prevents all damage, and that does have trample actually. So, okay. So what are they doing here? What is Fibonacci doing? So this is what I'm trying to get. I don't know if Stevie's still around there, but I'm trying to get Stevie and maybe Daybreak and maybe Adan and maybe Catherine. I'm trying to get them to do a commander through this. Oops. Oh, brutal. They did the Assassin's Trophy on that. At least to get a land out of it. But I'm trying to get them to play this, and then I would be recording it all. And then cutting it together. Like, you know, I'm going to borrow the idea from game nights, doing it this way. I'm trying to get them to do like, yeah, we'll all get on Zoom so we can see our faces and our voices. And then we'll use this as the interface. And then after we play the game, I'll go in and add music and cut the things and, you know, just try to do like a version of that. Temple Garden. So that's what I'm trying to convince the local play group to do this virtually. SW4, what is that? I guess that means damage. Yeah, someone else said that that meant no damage. Guess they lost a defender instead of the Fog Bank. That would have been 2 damage. Yeah, in theory, I think it would be fun. It just needs the setup, and I'm fine doing all of the setup, but sometimes young people don't reply in time. Oh, they're gonna do the Tamiyo's Epiphany, so scry 4, draw 3. They should probably just pass the turn because they're just gonna be scrying. Well, I guess not really, because they could draw a land and then play the land. Did they already play a land, actually? So then we have a little... On the side, it tells you everything that happened. Okay, so no response. So they just untapped. Yeah, so they might get their 4th land. We'll just probably watch a little bit of this. I'm coming up to the 4th hour of the games. I mean, my stream has revealed the 1 top card to themselves. So Fibonacci says at the end of turn, they're bringing in, what's this one, Eldamari or something? Yeah, Eldamari's Call. Search for a creature and put it into your hand. They are revealing a Soul Herder. Cool. Whenever his creature is exiled, put a 1 counter. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile another creature you control. Oh man, they're gonna do the double. They've got an amazing combo here. They're gonna be exiling their Siege Reiner over and over at the end of every turn. Yep, there it is there. Brutal. Sorry, but Card Sneech is not gonna win this here. Combo online. Let's butt in heads here. Let's just butt into the conversation and say something. End of turn, Blink Rhino, yep. So that gets a +1, that comes back in, does another 3 damage to them. They gain 3 life. Yeah, they have the combo. Mindslayer is spectating the game. Alright, let's see what Card Sneech can do. Cards in sheet. Oh, I get it. Cards in sheet. Anyway, so It picks some consistent lands at least. Snow-covered forest. Divination. Yeah, just kind of a lot of spinning wheels here, but oh, card said what? Card said whoops, and then Fibonacci says just put it back. Oh, okay, they're doing the Drowned Secrets. So I think I'm commentating this game pretty well. Wizards of the Coast should hire me for their next commentating gigs. Oh, Jason Wilson, aka Colonel Manischewitz, who I played that Cat Brawl deck one-on-one. He tweeted our game. That's a cool shout out. He's got a lot of followers, right? He's got 4,000 followers. Anyway, so now they're attacking for 7. Oh, they got the Coatl. Ice Fang Coatl. Flash Flying. When it enters, draw a card. It has Death Touch as long as you control at least 3 other snows, which they do. So yeah, I don't think this game is going to last too much longer. They're at 10. Card Shite is at 11. And they have that blink effect that's going to happen with that Soul Herder. With that Arkham's Astrolabe, that's a turn 1. That's the new Soul Ring. Well, I guess not really. That's the card so good that it's banned in Pauper. Turn 1 Mana Rock. But then after that you are paying 1 to filter it to what you need. Trample on the Rhino. So it's only 9, not 7. So what else? Tapping some stuff over here. Temple Garden is going to go fetch something else. Uh-oh, Assassin's Trophy on probably, yep, the Drowned Secrets, or Drowned, what's it called? Drowned Secrets. I keep thinking Drowned Catacombs, but that's the land, right? So yeah, card shite kind of really got outclassed here. We should convince Fibonacci. Hey, let's see if we can convince Fibonacci to play us after them. Let's see here. Fibo, how about a game versus me next? You know, I kind of want to play a game, but it's already getting close to midnight. Do it a little later. But see, this is how this site is. It's very low tech. It's fully functional magic. You kind of have to be very chatty there or put on voice. It's on the honor system. It gives you all abilities of magic. You just kind of have to learn the interface a little bit. It's totally doable for free. I think they might have like a paid version or maybe donations, and that's how they keep things running. All right, let's see. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 6 mana. What can they do with 6 mana? What amazing bomb creature in 6 can they summon? So let's see. Cards in hand. Fibo has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For card. Tamio, which Tamio? Moon Sage. Okay, so it's the old, what is that? Avacyn Restored. What is that symbol? Avacyn Restored or something? Tap target permanent. It doesn't untap as normal. +1. -2. Draw a card for each tapped creature target player controls. 8. You get an emblem with you have no maximum hand size, and whenever a card is put into your graveyard, you may return to your hand. Ooh, so it just recycles all your stuff. So what are they doing? Modify Tamio from 4 to 2, and then card is like GG, and it's like GG. They want to do a game 2. Probably they will say no thanks. My deck is way too, I don't want to say amateur negatively, but you know, compared to Fibonacci Bear, that is a beast of a deck. They are gonna do another one. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna shut it down at this point. So that's this. That's this. That's what Untap GG. That's what Untap In is all about. Maybe it also depends on the time of day. Look at that. The trying a completely jank deck is still there. Like that game is still hanging around there, and Stub 66 is still like there or something. So I don't know what bug happened there. But that's there. So yeah, try to set that up. We'll see about next time. Mirror match. So, okay, I think I'm going to start to wind it down. This is just about 4 hours, still like 15 minutes for 4 hours, but I'm kind of winding down myself. So, we did some gameplay. There was a draft with real people. There was a little bit of the ladder. There was some brawl. Looked at the card of the day. Oh, we didn't do the question of the day. Let's wrap up with the question of the day. So, today is the 18th. Here's the question of the day. What famous person would you bring back from the dead to have dinner with? Hey there, Stevie. So, yeah, let's do the question of the day and then start to wind down. What famous person would you bring back from the dead to have dinner with? I'm going to be meta and say Julia Child, because then she'll cook an amazing dinner and I get to hang out with her. So, Julia Child is my answer. Yeah, so Stevie, you should go here, make the account, and then make that commander deck, because I'm trying to get a game together with maybe you and Catherine and Daybreak, and maybe we'll record it. You know, I have a recorder here, and then we'll record it, and we'll kind of like try to borrow the idea from Game Nights or whatever other YouTubers do games, and then maybe we can like put cool music on it and all that fun stuff. So, Entree quem quiser jogar Commander estu online agora. Michelangelo, so you can learn more about art from him. Yeah, that'd be cool. You could learn so much, not just art, because Michelangelo was an inventor. No, I'm thinking of Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, Michelangelo, yeah, he was painter, sculptor, etc. That's a good pick. Cormac MacArthur? He was a king of Ireland, and your ancestor... Oh, really? Not MacArthur, sorry. Cormac MacArt. I'm probably saying it very wrong. But he was an ancestor of yours? That sounds so cool. I never thought about that. Yeah, like... resurrect an ancestor, and then, like, tell them about the future. And then, like, in the present time, you end up the monarch. Okay, everyone. Well, thanks for hanging out once again. Hopefully we played some fun games and did some fun stuff. And shout out to the recent followers. There was Harjay618. Thanks for the follow. There was also Good Luck Rubber Duck. They visited earlier. Thanks for the follow on that. And, oh, that name is cut off there, sorry. And then also Rickman gave some bits. Gave 100 bits, so I appreciate that. So, yep, you're welcome, Mark, and you're welcome, Stevie. Thank you so much. Ooh, there we go. That was kind of loud. But yeah, thanks for the 100 bits, Rick. That's one way to keep it all going. One last thing, I guess, just a little bit of self-promotion. If you all haven't heard the latest podcast episodes, remember you can go to soundcloud.com/ oops, I guess I should change to the browser over here. So I'm talking about this. You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, Spotify, whatever podcast you want. You can search for VM Campos. You'll find the podcast. You can also go to soundcloud.com. I've got my podcast here. So I just released episode 68. I interviewed the Cuban Gamer. She came back and we talked Ikoria previews and such. So that's the latest episode of the Magic podcast that I did. A week before that, or the days before that, I did the comic book podcast. That was episode number 212, reviewing A Very Moo Christmas, which has a video version as well. I forgot to do something actually. Let me just do this before I forget. I have a video version of the podcast, but I forgot to link it. So let me do it this way. I need to go over to... You're all seeing behind the scenes special footage here. But I need the link so that I can link it right here. Watch the video. And over here, watch the video. There we go. So, yep, so check out the podcast if you haven't. Check out the YouTube. Did you all check out my top 5 cards for Ikoria yet? Top 5 cards for Brawl from Ikoria. I got that video. Most Evil. Oh, I'm kind of surprised here. I didn't even see my stats, but my Lutri video is at 49 views. That's actually kind of good. Ikoria reactions at 43. Yeah, everyone wants Ikoria stuff. You know, who cares about Zakama? It's only got 26 views. But all of the Ikoria stuff that I've noted here is getting some pretty good views. Yep. So check out my podcast, check out the video, the YouTube if you haven't. Also, patreon.com. And click follow for free. And then get alerted to the stuff that I do there. What am I doing here? Published. There we go. So I think I'm missing a couple of things to upload there. But, yep, anyway, yeah, once again, everyone, thanks for coming to hang out. I'll be back again next Saturday, 8 p.m. Pacific time. Come and hang out, tell your friends. We will socially isolate together. So this has been VM Campos, and I'll see you next time.